Hey, Pure Life, what do you mean by 151? It's 158 or something like that today.
Shadow Smokers Legion!
Shadow Smokers Legion.
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 Shadow Smokers Legion for life.
He's even walking
Shadow
like
Smokers Legion!
Shadow Smokers Legion.
Shadow Smokers Legion.
Shadow Smokers Legion.
All those people that's
baby.
like listening to the opening and listening to the background
For those
noise,
that you couldn't
it's like,
understand
what the hell
that.
is happening?
Shadow
Smokers Legion.
Yeah, I'm gonna pin him. I gotta pin him. Alright. Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. You guys cannot miss this because there's only a few seconds of this. Alright, there's only a few seconds of this. We want to put this together so everybody get a look out of this. Okay, here you go. Let me
We've
extend
got
the
a
screen.
special edition.
What's his name again?
Celebrity.
What's his name again?
We got a celebrity. The celebrity on the show is
I know,
Cholo
celebrity on the
Fit.
show. Celebrity on the show. What's his name again?
Cholo Fit.
Cholo Fit. There we go. Hey, we're waiting for you, Cholo Fit. Oh my God. Come on. He's too busy doing an autograph.
We're waiting.
Oh, look at
Yep,
this.
he's doing autographs.
Holy shit.
Hey, homies! Check out this tattoo I just did, eh?
Yeah.
Creepers! That's my highlight right there, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Orale! Let me get my coronavirus killer out here. Ah, shit.
That is
That's
so
what's up,
wrong.
homies?
Oh my god.
Hope you guys got all your exercise. You get all your rest for tonight, because tomorrow we're gonna do the cholo fit. You know, so be ready.
You know, he even sound like Fernando. It's funny. I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh my god. Oh man. Hashimoto, thank you very much. That is funny as hell.
Anytime, eh?
Oh my god. Alright, so today. Oh my god. Still choking. Shit. So today we're smoking this Yagua because I had to fix it last time. So now it should be dry enough for me to smoke. So
What was wrong with last
a quick 30 is like, what the fuck?
time?
Yes, I said
Quick
the
shit.
same thing when he first came up today. I was like, what the hell? That is funny as. You know what? I took a screenshot of his face, and later when people join later, I will show it again. Okay? if anything, he should post a video of him smoking cigar later in like this.
Oh,
he
shit.
should totally do it. He should totally
Matt,
do
you
it.
gotta send me a video, dude. I'll make something out of it.
I know. Right? Totally,
I
absolutely.
will definitely make something out of it.
You totally need to do it. Oh my god, you really need to do it. You really need to do it. That's actually a pretty good costume. This is what Halloween party should be like. You know, like if you gotta dress as
Yep.
something, dress as something that's funny. There's some people like just take the day to like cross dress and then that doesn't even have a meaning to it. Don't do that. You wanna dress as something, dress like those. Like, you know, everyone who see it choke to death from laughing. That's how you do it.
Dude, we spent like the last week decorating our entire fucking house, man. It is just decked the fuck out, man. So it's gonna take us like 2 weeks to undo it all.
You better milk it then. You better milk it. Have a good party, you know. Total complete chaos, and then you go, finally I milked it enough, now I can take it down, you know?
Right, eh? Right, you know, eh?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, look at that.
There you go.
There you go.
Who's that poser, eh?
Michael.
Oh boy.
Oh
What the
my
hell
God.
did I get into?
Yeah, that's exactly what I asked too. When I came out, I was choking. I was dying. I was dying when I saw him.
Hey, I want to do my introductory video right here, eh? My name is Creeper. You know, I'm from Utah, eh? Just came from the La Quinta, you know. So, I enjoy cigars like Gurkha and shit, eh? But fuck it, eh? Like fuck it, let's get high. Fuck it.
How much have you drank tonight?
Michael,
I haven't
doesn't
had nothing. I haven't had anything to drink yet.
Michael, doesn't that sound like Fernando?
A little bit, a little bit.
So yeah, I'm smoking this Yagua by, sent to me by Joe Sparaccio. It's definitely not easy to hold because it's not in a really regular shape. And it kind of bothers me a little bit. And it's plummy. A little bit of, I don't know if that it call it spice. It's spicy a little bit spicy. And
I like spicy, Holmes.
it's got that.
When it's got the spice of the jalapeno, you know, it's got the chirtapin in there too. Man,
Oh
it's good
god,
stuff
I
right
knew
there,
that was
bro.
coming. I knew that was coming. It's like, Tony, don't be silent, keep talking, you know?
Tastes so good going in. Oh man, causes havoc on your ass coming out, eh?
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's got a little bit of the licorice start anise taste to it. It smells plummy, but it's actually not that plummy. I don't know. It's actually okay. I mean, if I was to tell you how this kind of initially tastes like, It's very similar to Pledge, no kidding, because all that licorice. But other than that, I don't know.
No.
Say what? What?
No, my son and his friend are out here starting a fire. It's probably going to turn out real bad. Should make for good TV.
Hey, that that's all we need. Good fire pits and everything.
Son of a
Nope.
bitch!
What
Nope,
happened?
sir.
What happened?
He dropped us. He dropped us.
I got carried away there.
Hey, Joe. Joe Sparaccio, the person who provided this cigar to me. Luckily, I was able to rescue this with a lot of cigar glue, and now it's smokable. So yeah, let's first gather everybody up. So we have Quick 30, we have James Wilcox, and we have Joe, right? And then we have Martina Maya, and then we have some Mexican guy that's just on the way.
Creeper.
Creeper, creeper.
Creeper. Yeah, who literally just did a whole tattoo show right in front of me like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, you want yours? Bring it over. I'll get you one for free for your birthday, eh?
Oh gosh. All right, and then we have Michael Wells and Jay Austin. Yep. So today, Saturday, finally got to Saturday. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, to be honest with you. Like, my mother-in-law and parents telling me to go over there. My wife is telling me to just celebrate at home, and my friends are like, oh, go over. In the end, I probably just choose to stay at home and do nothing. I mean, it feels like, once you win over 150 times of your birthday celebrations, you kind of like, I just want to stay home and not go out. Because I felt like this year I got older, but I definitely did not get wiser. I got dumber. I felt like this year I've fallen into the trap of the Legion, and I literally pull my level of I wouldn't say dignity, I wouldn't say some level of like moral expectation from here to here. Like, I feel like, usually if I see something that James will have posted or something like that, I'll be like, damn, man, really? And now I got to a point where if I see a post by James, I'll laugh. I got to that point. Okay. So, I did not get wiser. I think I got more childish. And according to the entire Legion, my accent got worse. Now I sound like a Chinaman. Everything I say is the wrong pronunciation, for sure.
Depends on what you say.
Pretty much everything. It doesn't matter what I say, it will change to that Chinese accent automatically through the beauty of YouTube.
Okay, I gotta go, I got a class. There's people showing up right now, so I want to wish Tony a happy birthday and SSL for life, eh?
All right, go enjoy your party, Creeper. Talk to you later.
See you guys.
I did get a screenshot of his face, so later, if more people join, if they want to see the face, I can do that, or I can post it in the Legion. Everybody can see that face again. And then we just had to remind everybody to come back to the show and watch it again. Okay, so. Alright. Start with the usual stuff. What you guys smoking? Let's start with Martina Maya. Most likely a bundle stick of something.
Wow.
Follow the trend because the last 3 times it was bundle stick, so.
I've got a little guy cigar shop. The short stack Maduro.
So I was right. It's still a bundle stick of some sort. It's a good bundle stick, but still a bundle stick of some sort. Right? Right? That's good. That's good.
Yeah, right.
How about Jason?
I got a Romeo and Juliet Cuban.
Cuban. All right. That's not gonna focus. It pulled away just as a focus. That's funny. There we go.
It would have been something from the little guy cigar shop. I put an order in this afternoon. It's not here yet.
Oh, bad. Bad. What about Michael? What are you smoking today?
It's been a while, so actually I grabbed a La Mandaria. It's been a while since I've had
predictable. How predictable.
one. I haven't had one of these in a long time.
Guys, is this not predictable? Come on. Let's be honest. Is this predictable?
No.
I mean, he sells them.
Yeah.
So that
Anything
makes
he
it
sells
predictable.
predictable.
No, it's a good cigar, but it's still predictable. Still predictable, right? Come on.
You're predictable. Yeah.
How
Dab it off.
predictable am I?
Davidoff.
I didn't smoke Davidoff today or yesterday. Or the last show. Or the show before that. Cat is smoking the little devil cigar. Matia Maya needs to go whip some ass, I can tell. He's like on his way. So let's talk about the minor stuff first, right? You guys saw the post I made on the art?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I didn't see myself.
You didn't see yourself. You're right there. I can point it out exactly where you're at.
I didn't see myself.
It's on the left side. You're the most left side. You're at the most left side. Literally most left side.
That looked like a dude with blonde hair.
No. Most left, not most right. Most left. Right next to a female with longer hair. Yeah. Now, you gotta know the previous version has less people, and everybody had a hat, and there's no female in there. So we added more people into that. You know?
Okay.
But, you know, it's draft after draft after draft. It's still, still going at it. So, I think the next draft is gonna come out sometime next week or something like that. Because I keep making changes. It's from a different designer, so you tend to get a different drawing style, notes, and stuff like that. You guys saw the previous one, right? The previous version, which is more in the hallway, like a cathedral kind of feel. Mm-hmm. That was the first version of the concept. Like, you know, that went through a few versions and then get to that. And obviously, we're not happy with that, so we move to the next one, which have a different designer. It just continues. And, you know, eventually we'll find this person who is doing a better job on shading and expectations and stuff like that.
All right.
Can you tell me hello, Josh, in the video? Hello, Josh.
Hello, Josh.
Hello, Josh.
Who the hell is Josh?
You know, I learned that when it comes to people try to trick you, trolls try to trick you on YouTube, they usually call the entire name. So if you just call partial name, are usually okay. Never try to read a name that's entirety.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I think that is doing a good job. What happens is once I finalize that version, I will get it to go print, and then I'm gonna put it right here.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, anybody else wants it, we can probably go get it made a few, send out. I think I drink a lot. Well, that's a problem because it's only Saturday.
It's not even
no good.
8 o'clock here.
Yeah. Drinking is no good. Stay sober. Have some cigar.
Yeah.
And vote.
Or all three.
Yeah, do all three. Vote for Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. If it's not on your ballot, that's okay. They made a mistake. Write it down. Write it down. Because they made a mistake. You know, this Yagua is not impressive.
Really?
The whole hype, I think, is in
The box.
in the box, in the presentation. But the cigar,
Not so much.
is not bad. the drink is very strong. I see Jesus right next to me saying hell awaits you. Well, yeah, and I mean that you know, here's the thing, okay? There's not gonna be one person who does not commit a sin in the lifetime. So yeah. Yeah, but this cigar, like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even trying to like say, you know, how good Pledge is, but this thing tastes very similar to Pledge, and I think Pledge actually had more taste, overall taste.
So you think it's like washed out, or you think it's too wet?
No, it's fine right now. It's more smooth, but because it's smooth, it's mellow.
Well, that's kind of a letdown.
Now you can taste it, and you know the difference are, you know, this is more smooth. It doesn't have that saltiness to it. It has a little bit of oak in there too, but it's just not as pungent or as put together as the Pledge. But they're very similar.
Okay. I guess when I get both of them, I'm gonna review them back to back and see if I
So-
can tell the difference.
So it sounds like the Pledge is better to me.
That's what it sounds like.
In a way, it is better to me. Few reasons. Okay, few reasons. And you guys gotta tell me that I'm nitpicking. Number one, the Pledge is better put together. So on my hands, I'm actually more comfortable. This is like, I can't, you know, when you hold one side, it's comfortable, but the other side, because it's angled, it's not that comfortable to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? Like, one side is, because the folds are not, like, this has more surface area than this side. This side is smaller. So when you're holding onto it, it's actually, you're holding onto the angle. Okay?
Throw it, Michael.
I know. God damn.
So it's not as comfortable to hold on to. And this cigar is longer. So I know that, you know, just by looking at it, it kind of gives me that fear factor. Oh, am I going to be able to finish the cigar while it's really strong, right? That's fine.
What size is it?
This is...
Longer than a Toro?
It's about a Toro.
Hmm.
This is got to be like 56 to 60 kind of thing. Let me look it up, though.
So the ring gauge, you mean?
No, I mean 6 inches, I think. Yagua cigar. Let me take a look at what the size actually is. But it's like a Robusto weight, size, but then longer.
What? The Robusto ring gauge?
Shut up.
Okay.
Think.
I didn't know Robustos had a ring gauge.
I'm trying to
It's like
think.
a set ring gauge.
But
Yeah,
you can't really call this ring gauge because this doesn't fit in the ring gauge.
Right.
6
Right,
by
right,
54.
right, right.
6 by 54.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, it's not a very long cigar. It's just oddly shaped, he said.
Yeah, and it, because how it is, it just looks weird. And then you put that together, and then you go, all right, I'm smoking it. In the beginning, it has this really muddy, peppery taste, and it goes away. And then you get that licorice, star anise, oak kind of flavor bind together coming through. But it's mellow. It's mellow.
Oh, okay.
Well, doesn't sound like a cigar I would like.
So like the flavors are like more muted than pronounced.
Yeah. And but then because of that, it's smooth, right? And it goes through quickly and goes out. But then Retro Hill, right? You can get that flavor, and it left over this sour woodsy note. That's left over. It's almost like a fermentation kind of taste to it. That's all that left. So that licorice taste, that oaky taste really doesn't stay that long. So the flavor doesn't stay. And it burns fast. It's only what? Half an hour, not even, since I started. And it's burning almost to a Robusto size now. So I don't know. Without that box presentation and everything, I have a hard reason to buy this cigar. Like, you know, you had to really debate whether or not you want to buy this cigar. You know, because they put this presentation as less put together than put together, right? Like, you're buying this because it's like not really put together. It's just like, hey, let's do it all together the old way, and then it looks like very not put together. And then in the very organic way or retro way, so put it together and sell it to you. So yeah, everything is gonna be different. Every cigar is probably gonna smoke different. Every, you know, but at the same time, there's gotta be quality issues because no one's gonna open up and check individual cigars. Once they bind it, they leave it in there, right? They are, I think they're fermented. They're cured in there, right, together. Once they rolled, so there's not much checking. There's not much, you know, and I cannot imagine if there is gonna be one beetle that actually survived in the process and just have a ball going through every single cigar in there. I don't know. It's just it's interesting, but at the same time, the flavor is not so much of so it's not impressive, I think. Joseph, you probably smoked this already, right? So what do you think about this cigar, Joseph? I would like to know what you think after you smoked it. I don't know if you smoked the pledge yet, so you know, if you did, what do you think in comparison? Because this cigar, that's what it brings to me. Like, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, the cool might have give its letdowns, right?
It's usually what happens when you meet people that you think are cool. Oh, wait, that's not what we're talking about?
Oh, that what?
They seem so awesome, and then you get to know them, you're like,
No, because I was
wow,
excited for
you
this cigar.
suck.
I was kind of like, you know, because I guess because I watched Bob being so excited about the cigar, I was kind of excited for the cigar, right? And once you smoke it, and then you go, huh. And then you go, it's not a bad cigar. The flavor is good, right? The flavor is good, but it doesn't linger enough for me to feel like, hey, this cigar is great, right? It's a good cigar, not a great cigar.
Okay.
I even purposely tried to recover, like try to let it rest by itself like this, in the bag like this. I just put it in itself and then not get tainted by any other cigar. And I let it rest for like what, a week now? Not even. So no, but a few days, but still. You would think this is already in a bundle of cigars sitting together for this long. You will have enough time to rest. I don't know. I think after this, I need to have another cigar that's more satisfying, mentally satisfying. I'm not saying that this is a bad cigar. This is a great cigar, or a good cigar. It's a good cigar, but it's not satisfying mentally. I guess that's the right way to say it. Like, you were expecting one thing, and you smoke it, it's like, oh, this is not bad, but it wasn't there, you know? It wasn't there.
Sounds like you need to do it though.
I'm trying to figure it out. I mean, this is one of those cigars that, I had high hope for it, that it's gonna be cool because the way they put it together, and it's supposed to be different. And I guess one of the point of letdown is that because this thing tastes so close to that pledge, and I still remember how that pledge smokes like, so you start to feel like there's a comparison. Now, because there's a comparison, you start to go, it's missing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have not smoked pledge, I would say this cigar is great. But because I smoked the pledge taste was more pungent, and it's more put together, and it actually had transitions between, the flavors, and it turned salty and stuff like that. So that was interesting. But this one is a little bit mellow. Now the string, the flavor, they increasingly get more and more as you get this shorter and shorter, and you're smoking it. But still, like I said, it wasn't a bad cigar, but is it a cigar that you gotta, move a mountain for just to buy them? Probably not. But what's interesting is egg roll came back. I kind of had a feel that they might make that a regular production. The way they are doing it right now, it feels like they probably eventually move to a regular production. What do you guys think? I really think, like, if there's money to be made, why wouldn't you?
It depends on unless the specific tobaccos in the blend they can't get regularly.
Yeah, but they're still they re-released it 3 times.
Yeah.
So they could get actual production to rack up the production if they could. And I feel like, if there's money to be made, they will definitely continue to release that because people are buying it. They increased this one by like $25 because the box is ceramic, which is exactly what I hope for, because the paper box kind of like defeat the point. I want a decoration, right? So, now that they're selling a ceramic box, I was like, yes, I'm buying one. Here's the problem though. I have a lot of egg rolls sitting in my house right now. I have egg roll in like 4 different humidors because I have so many of them right now. So what happened is I am probably gonna put some egg rolls into the raffle, the Christmas raffles. Some people can win some of those egg rolls from off me because I have too much of those. Especially now that I bought another 25, right? I think they're a box of 25s, so I have to get rid of them again because that's too many. But yeah, I know a lot of people are having issue buying those cigars, so why not? Why not? What's funny is that Brenda absolutely hates that cigar. Brenda absolutely hates that cigar. I don't know why. He just absolutely hates it.
For one, he doesn't really like punch. And 2, he doesn't like the flavor profile in it. He's not a big spice person.
Okay.
So that's kind of, I think that's what it is.
I didn't think that cigar was that spicy. But the thing is that, I feel like he had the same hatred towards that particular cigar as Gurkha.
Yeah. Or APS.
Right? Because other cigar, even he doesn't like it, he would just say, oh, I don't like it. Right? But when he see egg roll, he puts a puke face on there, right there. On the spot. He doesn't even wait. He starts post about the egg roll, puke face. He hates it as much as Gurkha. Which is fun. I know Gurkha is good. Gurkha is, it's for some people. Just not for us. I don't know. Some people really like that earthiness. Some people really like that earthiness, and you can't help it. There are some
I like, there's certain cigars that have a lot of earthiness that I like the what is it, the AJ San Latano Requiem Habano. It's got a lot of earthiness, but it's got spice to it and all kinds of shit. That's a good earthy cigar. But yeah, Gurkha, no, it just tastes like, a lot of them taste like wet dirt.
Here's the thing though. I'm gonna admit to you guys, I've eaten wet dirt before, and and not even in the case that like little kids decide to grab a mud and eat it. Not in that case. I actually paid to go to a French restaurant where one of the dish was volcanic dirt.
What?
Yeah, it's soil. They come out soil and a little bit of leaves, and you eat it together. You're eating freaking soil.
Leave it to, you said it was French, right?
Yeah, French.
Leave it to the French to do some weird shit like that. Every garbage food, they make it into like some kind of delicacy.
I gotta be honest with you though. That soil did not taste like soil. It has some earthiness to it, but it wasn't like muddy or anything. Like it was, how does it taste like? Tastes like marshmallow in a way. Not sweet, but I'm talking about the texture.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like marshmallow. It doesn't stick on your teeth or anything. Like you won't like have get a bite and then your whole mouth is dirt. It won't. It actually goes down.
Weird, man.
It has this dryness and sulfur-ish taste. And it left over a little bit of rotten egg aftertaste, which is normal because it's volcanic.
That sounds like some crap they be eating in Louisiana.
Hey.
See it if you're paying attention.
I was just thinking this whole thing about the Gurkha maybe that's why there's a couple of them that I do like because it reminds me of my childhood. I
It's
like to
like,
eat dirt pies when I was
dirt,
when I
earth
was
on
little.
arm.
No.
Right? You know, it's good. But and also with the egg roll, it's good. It caters to some people. It's short. It's easy to smoke. And even though it's got a little bit strain, but that cigar ends before the strain hits you because how short it is. And the
Let me
price,
show you the only kind of dirt that I actually.
dirt.
That's actually.
Oh my god.
Good.
Oh,
Yes.
good lord.
Let me
Good
show
lord.
you.
Oh,
Those are good.
those are chocolate.
Yeah, those are good. You can even eat the worms.
Yes, you could. Not right now. You cannot. Not right now. You cannot. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's a good cigar. I don't know. It's not for Brendan because he likes cigar to taste like cigar. I think a lot of cigar he like actually cigar that tastes like cigar. And you're like, all the cigar tastes like cigar we're talking about, right? But I think like the cigar that he likes, if you smell it, you'll be able to tell right away that's like a cigar. Right? Michael's like, what are you talking about? All the smell like cigar. I'm talking to someone that had never smelled cigar before. Sometimes they smell this. Like, for example, if you sometimes you just open up a bag of pipe tobacco, they don't smell like pipe tobacco. They smell fruity as hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, it's like some cigar are like have this smell to it. Like there are some cigar, literally the smoke comes out smelling like shit. I'm not even kidding. It smells like somebody just took a dump, and then that whiff of smoke of that dump just came over. Right? It literally, it literally smells like that. And I think he likes, and you know, if I was to go out there and I smoke a Casa Cueva Habano from like 3 blocks away, Michael probably smell a little bit, and he'll be like, "That is a cigar. Someone smoking a cigar." Right?
Like, is that a Cuevas Courtline Habano?
You know what I'm saying? You can identify it right away.
Yeah.
But there are some cigars that smell as like somebody burning dirt. Right?
That's what you know. What that's how I feel about the like the Liga 9s and stuff. They have a specific aroma to them.
Yeah. You can like so. I think the cigar Brendan represent and like kind of have that identifiable cigar smell to it. Like my wife will be upstairs, and if I didn't tell her I was smoking cigar, and I was smoking at Casa Cueva, she'll be walking by the doors. Are you smoking downstairs? She will like that. But when I smoke Gurkha, she will be like, I think Belle pooped somewhere. I can't find it. I'm like, no, I'm actually smoking Gurkha. That's why. You know? Like, our dog pooped somewhere. She can't find it. Literally, she said that to me. So, now there's a difference, and I think that's the difference. And so, when you smoke something like egg roll, it doesn't smell like cigar. It smells like some sort of spice. A little bit. And that's probably why he doesn't like it. Right? That's like, you give any of the flavor cigar to Brendan, he'll probably hate it. Right? So he doesn't like anything that's additional to the tobacco flavor. If he smells that, he doesn't like it. I feel like that. I feel that might be it. I might have him figured out. So my plan on those art is that you see there's a lot of shadowy figure in the background of that art, right? If you remember that art that my project is. So every so often I'll paint the artist to fill one person's shadow.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, but then it's gonna cost hundreds of dollars, so we can only do it once in a while. So Martin Amaya's in there, you know, but I'm waiting to one day I go like, you know what, I'm ready to draw Martin Amaya. I had to get rights from him first to say I can put him on the picture. So eventually. And that woman who you say looked pregnant, I mean not you, but then Jeff said looked pregnant, that is actually the shadow figure of Christina.
Is it?
Yeah. Go back and look at it. See if it looks like to you.
Okay. Let me see.
Go back and look at it. That's the shadowy figure of Christina.
On the left?
Yeah. Yeah, on the left side.
Or no, in the middle.
Behind the chair. Short hair.
Let's see.
And like, we'll give them some time to look for it.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
You're right.
That is the shadowy figure of Christina.
That is Christina.
Tony, can't you put that up on your screen?
No, I can't because it's not a final product, and I cannot put it on there because I had to pay the rights for it. I had to buy the rights for it. So, I cannot put it on public yet. But that's why. But now, you know, since it didn't look right, we'll replace it with something else. For now. For now. But that is Christina. But eventually I'll fill it up, you know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know what to do with it yet. It's just like a project. Like, you know what? It would be really nice to have art done for this, right? You know what's really funny is that I wanted to make a song for the opening while the waiting. You know, usually I have like about 5 to 10 minute waiting time in the beginning. So I want to make a song for the Shadow Smoke Legion. I even found the rapper and everything.
Talk to Marco.
And then I found the rapper, and then I thought he's gonna do everything. I contacted him, emailed him, and everything, and tried to negotiate a price. Then I realized one thing. This guy says he does not do beats, so he had to make a beat for him to do it. I'm like, never mind. If I can make the beat, I would have rapped it myself. Yeah, so that didn't happen.
To Marco.
I'm just not good at making music, so you know I had to find someone to make the music before I can find a rapper to rap it. But yeah, that's the things I've been doing, and trying to make something that's more like you know, representing Shadow Smoker regions and stuff like that. Aside from swag, right? Have a theme song, it's kind of nice. You walk around, somebody you know. Sing that theme song, you know, what the hell is that? Well, Shadow Smoke.
What, you just gonna have the theme music playing as you're walking around, or what?
No, like no, when you walk, you know, like say for example, it might be such a hit beat that you know, Martin will be driving the Miata with the top down, music blasting. Everybody's like, yeah, Shadow Smoke's Legion. You know, everybody. What
Don't
the
do
fuck is
that. Don't let him represent the group in a Miata. Come on, man.
Well, fine. When he's driving the Infinity.
The Miata's right. The Miata's right behind him, dude. That's right there.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Or like Hashimoto driving his Hellcat, blasting that music.
Okay, that's better. See.
Right. So that's okay, right? You know, maybe it'll be the next big hit. I don't know.
With him driving a Hellcat, wouldn't it have to be like a metal song?
No, because that kind of defeats the point.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean? Because like a Hellcat, it's supposed to be, you know, like a lot of power, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but
like a metal song.
But you got to think of it this way, okay? Hellcat is one of those cars that's like you see like Fast and Furious, where they, you know, muscle car.
No, it's not Fast and Furious.
No, but then it's like it has that feel. The design from the look from the outside doesn't it look like one of those cars?
Maybe you can get him to put like 24s on his helmet.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
you know,
please stop.
You know, that's. I'm not saying it's aimed Fast and Furious. I'm saying that it would have been something of a car that they would choose before they add, you know, 22-inch rims and tires and spoiler painted like navy, neon green, you know, that kind of stuff. Before all that, you know, it would be one of those cars. So if they can put like you know Mexican familia music to that, you know, you can put hip hop.
Mexican familiar music.
That'd be a Vin Diesel car for sure.
You know, right. So I figure you can have something that has a nice beat to it, is like a happy kind of cool beat to it, and have somebody rap about the family. Oh, nice. But again, I can't write music, so scrap for now. Until I can find someone to produce the music for less than $2,000. Thank you.
Telling you, talk to Marco.
Who?
Marco.
Marco Velasquez.
He produced music?
Yeah, did you not watch the video where me and Stacy were reacting to the entries?
No, I did not watch that one. No.
You gotta watch it. He did a full rap of
Yeah.
Martina Maya cigar reviews.
Yes, he did.
All right, I have
He
to
even
go
gave
and
a
take a
shout out
look.
to the
I have to go
Shadow
and take a
Smokers
look.
Legion, the Little Guy Cigar Shop. Yeah, it was pretty badass.
It was good.
Yeah, I have to look at it. Should we just look at it right now? I don't know.
If you want. Martina Maya cigar reviews on YouTube.
All right, let's see if I can play all three without crashing.
Shameless
Monday,
plug.
Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Son of a beep. Martin.
You started it.
Amaya. All right, let's see. Which episode?
There's also a video on there where Martine features a sampler that you can find at littleguyscigarshop.com.
That I actually blocked that episode. Can't find that episode anymore. No. Which episode is that one? Do you remember what you named it as?
Yeah, it was a 2,000 subscriber giveaway reacting video. It's a picture of me and Stacy. Stacy's holding the box of Davidoff.
Oh, wait. What?
Yeah, that one.
We are here to do a cigar left.
Smokers Legion. Yes.
I didn't
This
realize
one?
he gave
Yeah,
to win
yep, that's the
second or
one.
third prize. Another channel, also, by the way.
Let's listen to it.
What kind of work do you do?
All right, y'all. This goes out to Martin Amaya Cigar Reviews, Little Guy Cigar Shop, Cigar Mechanic, and of course, the power of the Shadow Smokers Legion. Yes.
I didn't realize he gave a shout out to everybody.
To the beat, y'all, and he don't stop. Yes, y'all, and he don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and he don't stop. Yes, y'all, and he don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and he don't stop.
Kind of a long intro, though.
He don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and he don't stop. Hey, yo, his name's Martin. He's from the Lone Star State. Came from the bottom to top, reviewing sticks every day. Age like cigars, but we just keeping it fresh. Cutter and lighter in hand, we got our pride in the flesh. Hey, yo, he's trying so hard. One day that beer will arrive. Stacy along by his side, call her the Bonnie to Clyde. Lover boy is his name, got love for Legion.
Lover boy.
Baby, I got love for them folks. Super generous, in fact, filming all them reviews. Crayon bomb, bit of spice, a bit of red pepper too. Perdomo, Cuevas, bundles, Rocky and more. Gets every stick that he can, well, all he can afford. For busters, man, he don't hate torpedoes, toros, and such. He make the perfect of dates. Loving Habano, it seems. Maduro stood for a king. Flavor, body, and strength. Again, his name is Martin. Yes, y'all. Stop.
Again, his name is Martin.
Stop. Yes, y'all. And he
I might need to make that like a new intro.
It'd be funny.
That would be kind of funny. All right, so thank you to Marco for that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, Marco. Talk to me.
Yep.
He's like, yo, hit me up with them digits. Tell me how much you need.
Thanks for the view.
We're gonna lay down a track.
Chicka. Let's do it. Yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't know. That was pretty good.
What happens when you don't watch?
Martina Maya cigar reviews.
It's not I don't watch it. I actually did click on it. And I watched the first probably 2 minutes. And I thought it's gonna be reveal, the winner in the 2000, thingy. So I didn't watch it continually because it's not, it's people winning style except me,
Well, Marco was definitely the winner of that contest.
His was really good.
So I didn't finish watching it. I should have showed you guys my screen. It shows that little red in the front, but it's just not the whole thing. But anyways, that was pretty good. Yeah, good idea. So, yeah, people tell... I need to talk to Marco. Marco, talk to me.
Yeah, he set the pace, or he set the tone for that entire contest. Like, nobody topped that.
Did you know that was him? Like, did you knowingly put him in the first? Well, yeah, I think if you had knew, you probably wouldn't put it in, right? You wouldn't put it in the front.
Well, I didn't play him in any specific order. I just put that one there because Stacy had watched some, but she hadn't watched all the videos. So I just kind of pieced them all together to where we could watch it as we're watching or recording ourselves watching the video.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Yeah, he's talking. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. It sounds like one of those 90s rap. Like
Yeah.
90s rap. Reminds me of that. Well, the Prince of Bel Air kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of, sort of.
His name's Martin. Watch, I'm gonna get a copyright infringement like in a few seconds.
No, I didn't. You're good.
You know, Martin's gonna get a notifications like this guy played the music in your video. And it's a tick. Because he ticked, everybody had to watch commercial for this episode. This cigar also got salty. Just like Pledge.
That's weird.
Yeah, it got salty. I wonder if the blends are very similar. And that's how it is, right? There's only so many blends you can put together in cigars. So eventually you gotta have similar blends.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing different would be the fermenting process.
Yeah, but even the fermenting process, because it's naturally fermenting, it can only change so much, right?
Right.
It's not like kimchi. You put spice in there, so everybody ferments it differently, right? You put different spice in there, so it's gonna ferment. This thing, they just bind together with other leaves. And it's not gonna change that much.
Okay, so I gotta find that one and the Pledge, and then I already found a shop that carries the Pledge, so I just gotta go down there and buy it. But I'm gonna smoke those back to back and see if they taste similar.
Yeah, you should. I definitely feel like they do taste very
I'll smoke the Yagua first.
So it's a 2-cigar challenge.
Back to back? Is that gonna be back to back or is it gonna be next day?
It's gonna be next day.
Damn it. Son of a bitch, that's not back to back.
I've already done my challenge, guys.
You can never have enough challenge,
grew
man.
up.
You can never have enough challenge.
I want to see you look like a chain smoker and light your cigar with your other cigar. No. I wouldn't do that either.
Well, on the side, Sherry is smoking a short stack Maduro.
Yep, she got 10 Connecticut's and 10 Maduros.
Yeah, buddy.
Very
I need to
good.
get some more
Very
Connecticut's.
good. Can I save this? Not yet. Well, you know, Kat, whatever that you're seeing, the picture that I post in the group is not a final draft, and I can tell you I don't have the rights to it. Okay, just
yeah,
you know, the payment hasn't go all the way through yet. I don't have the rights to it, so I would recommend you not to do that. All right, but it does look good. I like it. Just want to put it out there. Christopher Wendorf says he like it. Warren Nunnery says he like it. I think they, you know, I have such a trouble to tell any artist how I want. Like, I don't know why. All the artists I talk to say I want the skull to look like our logo skull. Like I give them the logo, it's just draw a skull look like this, and all of them draw the skull face much longer. I don't know why. Every single one give me a draft where the face is like twice as long. And I don't even know how to explain to them. It's like, dude, draw it like Asian, okay? Short face, round. I have some trouble telling them to do that. I just can't. Like, if I show it to you guys, all the drafts from different artists, all of them has face twice as long. And I think the reason is to cover up the neck. Because a skull don't have neck, right? They have bones, right? So I think that's why, but still, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that one, but it's just the way it is, right? And you know, there's, yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, if it's just a skull, it's not going to have a neck. It's just going to be a skull. You mean a skeleton?
No shit. Shut up. Picking on my words now.
Yes, it's so much fun.
Okay, so let me see. Let me just look at that picture some more so I can kind of address that. And Martin, you look at it, you can't tell where you're at. Can you tell which one is Stacy?
No.
You can't tell which one is Stacy.
No. Let me go back to it.
The only woman standing right there besides
All right,
Christina.
I'm looking at him right now. So okay, I can see where you say Stacy would be, but that don't look like Stacy.
Because she's shorter.
I don't even know where I would be.
You are the last person in the corner.
Tucked away in the corner by yourself.
Right next to Stacy.
Not allowed to say anything.
I even make Stacy darker.
I don't see it.
Well, Stacy is right next to Christina.
Well, I see that, but maybe the guy in between in the back.
No, right next to Stacy. Right. There's one more person right next to her.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Can you see the outline of the hat?
Between Stacy and Christina.
No, right next to.
Yeah, that's
right.
Because
The
it
last
looks like
one.
that's the. Then maybe I'm looking at a different.
You might want to click on that picture so it opens up the entire picture. You might not have seen it because of the frame might have got cut off. There's one more person right next to her at the end.
I don't see it.
Do you see one more person right next to her right next to her shoulder?
Yeah.
That's the person.
I don't see it.
Just accept who you are, Martine, in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks
Okay.
weird because you have a hat. So the hair is not, it's just no hair. And I'm not too sure if you're taller than her or you're shorter than her, so you're the same height as her.
Yeah, I'm taller.
Well, that might look just a tad, maybe an inch taller. I don't know. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Whatever. It's not actually drawn out. It's just a concept. So.
Yeah, I know.
Originally you're right behind the chair. If you saw did I show you guys the older version? I did, right? I did show you guys the older version. You're right behind me with the hat on. But she's Mrs. Assassin said they look weird, so I was asked to remove you. When I say remove you, the artist put someone with the long hair on the suit behind me, just to cover that up.
I see.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There are a few people that's in there, and the few people that got removed. I had Jeff in there before. He pretty much covered the entire side because how big his stomach is. So I had to remove him because he won't fit. Right? And there's only so many people that I can kind of imagine how big the body is, and how they usually look like. Have a few pictures that I can kind of use as reference. So there's only a few people on there. I can only fit so many. So I don't know. That's still a concept. Maybe eventually I have them differently or something like that. But I think so far it came out okay. It actually came out okay.
It looks good.
Let's say if I was to take that picture and put some of the names and stuff like down the bottom, doesn't it look like a movie poster?
Yeah.
Right? It looks like a movie poster, right? It's actually pretty good drawing. It's pretty good. After searching for that many people, this one can actually be a movie poster. I should just tell somebody to stop putting names on the bottom. Director, starring. That'll be cool. Yeah. That's a good idea. I've been working on that for a long time, so it's been a long journey to do that. It's hard to find the right artist, but once you get an artist to start drawing, you have to pay them, right? You can't say, hey, draw something out and look at it and I decide whether or not to pay you. Every person who draw a concept, you end up paying for.
What's up, Kat?
So you end up costing 2 arms and 2 legs, but I think in the end it will be worth it to have something right here. I'm gonna have some art. You know what's really funny is that my wife says, why don't you tell the guy to draw this character on the toilet smoking cigar, since that's what you do.
or in the bathtub.
And I actually tell her, you know what? Once it's completed, I'll tell him to draw the exactly same character on the toilet with a cigar. You know, like a thinking man.
You in the chair.
Huh?
Instead of you in the chair, should be a bathtub.
Well, there's nothing to see on the skull in the bathtub. I mean, it's skeleton in the bathtub. There's nothing to see. So it's probably funnier if you have like a skeleton with the pants half down on the toilet. With a cigar, you know. I think that would be a funny one. I don't know. In the end, it's whether or not it's worth the expense to do one of those. Like, if I had one of those art, would you guys hang on the wall? No?
Maybe.
No, that character on the toilet with the cigar.
Yeah, I'd probably hang that up. It looks pretty cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I thought it would be really funny to put it in my bathroom. I haven't drawn one of those and put it right behind the toilet. Everybody comes like, what's this about? I was like, yeah, you see, some people like to smoke cigar while they're taking a shit, you know. It kind of makes the cigar taste like gurkha. And nobody can tell if you're smoking a gurkha or taking a dump because they smell the same. My wife recently read this article about a female complaining about that she found her husband standing outside the door whenever she took it down.
Oh, you don't even want to know how comfortable Stacy and I are.
Now I gotta be honest with you guys. When I go to the bathroom, I don't close the door at home. My wife doesn't either. There's only two of us.
You know, I understand that.
So we don't. So when she read this, it's like, what's the deal with this guy? I don't know. Maybe the guy just liked the smell, or maybe he tried to poison her and just want to hear if she got poisoned and she's like dying. Maybe he had to up the dose or something like that. Or maybe he just really cares. He says, "Are you okay in there?" You know.
Maybe he's no. Never mind. Never mind.
I don't know, because I mean, I always close the door when I'm in there, but I don't know how we got to the point to where I walk into the bathroom, doors open, I'm like, what the hell?
I mean, I have no trouble seeing whatever my wife is doing because I know, like, 80 years I'll be cleaning whatever, or she will be cleaning whatever that I left down. I'll be in a wheelchair. She'll help me out. I'll be like, I think I let one out again. Oh, sorry. Clean that up. I feel like, ooh, what's going on, man?
What's up, Robert? Hey, oh, Robert, we got a guest.
Got a guest.
Hey, what's going on?
Good evening.
Nick?
Yes, I'm Nick. Nice to meet you.
What's up?
What's going on, Nick?
This is Michael, Mr. Austin, Martine.
Hey. Cool. Got a new guest here. Oh, come on.
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
They're in the house, you son of a bitch.
Here we go.
You have it ready. Yeah, I have it ready.
You got it ready.
I should just put
Austin
it right
just
here.
had to turn his camera. Every time he just turns his camera, you'll be like, right, all set.
Gotta be ready, man. Gotta be ready.
You're going to make it the background of your Xbox account. I always say, Cat, wait on it until I have the right to the actual picture because in the end, I don't own the draft.
There we go.
I can only show them, but I can't use them. So I wouldn't use it. Wait for the actual product, and then you can use it.
Agent Orange.
Got mine right here. So,
all right. I got a question.
What's the question?
So, Michael, have you had anybody tell you anything about the short stacks? Because this is the first one I've had that something's wrong with it, but I cannot figure out what the hell is wrong with it. Like it's like
draw,
a loose draw. No, the flavor's fine, but I mean it's burning straight, but something's wrong with it, and I can't figure it out.
I've had one person say that they had one that was had a really tight draw, and
I mean, it's
that's
got like
about it.
Looser than I remember, and then the smoke output is not there.
Because it's too loose. Maybe that one is too loose. sometimes when you're too loose, you don't get the burn right. So
Yeah.
Martin,
But the
you're
flavor's
doing
there.
it wrong.
I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Why?
you smoke on the wrong side. You're supposed to smoke where the cap is cut,
supposed
not
to
the.
smoke the other side.
So take
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
ash. Put the ash in your mouth. And see if that works for you.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna smoke one backwards.
Dude, I'm actually almost out of those already again. Like all the house blends.
That's good. It's a good problem to
Yes.
have.
Here's the thing, though, Michael. In the end, is it profitable in terms of short stacks? No, it's not.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, then you're good. You're good. Keep selling them.
Martin,
Just
how
don't
many,
random.
how many came in the bundle, man? How many cigars came in the bundle, Martin?
20.
25.
Try a different one, man.
Try a different one. I know, right? Like I said, this is the only one out of. I think this is the 12th cigar in that bundle that I've smoked.
All right, yeah.
So
So
all the other
far, I
ones have
didn't
been
have
great.
any problem with the short stacks. They're okay. They burn right. They burn right. You know, except that one I smoked the other day that has 4 stems in it. That drives me insane. And that was a reserva, I think. That was a reserva that has the 4 stems on it. That drives me insane. I was like, what the hell is going on with that? But yeah, so yeah, the woman has that question. My wife asked me, is that something like a break, like a deal breaker? You know, divorce this man kind of thing. So Martin, would you feel weird if
Door
you,
open?
huh?
To keep the door open?
No, the door is closed, but he stands outside that door
Okay.
until she's done. Open the door.
I mean, that's the respectful way to do it. I mean, she deserves her. I mean, if she's. I mean, are they talking? I mean, I don't understand what the question is.
Okay.
Because I've talked to my wife outside.
Not
the
talking.
bedroom
He
door.
just silently stand in front of the door as if he's a stalker.
Oh, that's
It's really that's weird and creepy.
It is. So the question is whether or not she should divorce this man.
I don't know. That's weird.
Whether or not she should divorce. I say that's dedication. Okay, if my wife wished that I was staying in front of the bathroom door every single time, just in case she screamed for bugs, spider, whatever, I can be right there.
Or she falls in.
For whatever reason, she would like scream for like, oh, I see a stink bug on the wall or whatever. She'll scream, and
Or she ran out of paper.
Yeah, my wife does not like to change the toilet paper. You know, because you get those toilet paper on the wall, right? And you have this thing that kind of flexes. You gotta pick it out, put it in there, and then just fit it back in. She will not do that unless we have. She will only change the one that has only one leg, so you can just put it right on it. She will change those, but she will not change the one that has the 2 legs.
Does she just put it on top?
She will literally
of
just
the
put.
thing?
She will take that toilet paper and put it anywhere that she can find,
I
and
hate
just not on
that.
it.
I hate that. It's like fucking do that, pop it out, throw the roll in the trash, put the new one in. There, you're
Right?
done.
It takes
You can
less
do it
time.
while you're on the toilet.
It takes less time than trying to find a place to put it on. But she will do that. She will just leave it there.
Yeah, that drives me crazy.
Right? So she, so in the end, let's say if that's you, Martin, you're the female, would you divorce the man? Because it's creepy.
I think it'd be strangely weird that I just fucking yell, "Go away!"
She did. She had a conversation with him, and he just said, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, I'd be like, "Just fucking go away, leave me alone."
Because you don't even know. Every time you open the door, he's right in front of the door.
Yeah, that's weird.
I really feel like he's trying to murder her, but
And who is this? Like a real person that's doing this?
Yeah, these are the questions that people ask on Quora about their own like life issues, and she reads that kind of stuff.
Ah, gotcha.
And then she will ask me.
There's
I
a
was
lot
like,
of trolls on Quora.
if she had a problem with people staying behind the door, just don't close the door. Then there was no door to stand behind with.
I mean, maybe he likes to smell of her. You know what?
But hey, if that's the case, he could have just easily wait for her to come out and go inside the room and just have at it.
Close the door. And...
Right?
This sounds like some strange trust issues going on here.
A strange fetish. It sounds like.
I feel weird that people have that kind of issue. Like I felt like everybody's life are pretty normal, but like there's always that kind of people. It's like, don't you have a trial period? Where the guy will go to your house a few times, or you will go to the guy's house a few times. Maybe there's one time you decide to go to the bathroom. When you open the door, is he there?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. That is some above and beyond kind of thing. I don't know. At least he's into her. Yeah, that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing.
Yeah, strangely into her. Yeah.
Other news I heard. Did you guys know that Philippines has a communist party?
I can see that. Yeah.
But it's not part of the government.
Yeah, I can see that.
So in Philippines, there is a communist party which have their own military. They are against the government. They will drive up and just machine gun shoot at the military people, or randomly shoot.
I believe it.
Yeah. So what happened is recently they announced that this communist party is gonna attack Chinese corporations and Chinese Communist Party.
Well, that's what Colombia had, or was it Colombia with Che Guevara? He did that shit.
I was like, wait, a communist party want to attack another communist party who had the same belief?
Well, America had a communist party in the 50s till McCarthy came along.
So the what come along?
McCarthy,
you say?
McCarthy, yeah, but the McCarthy hearing, America used to have a communist party, man, in the 50s.
Do we have a communist party? I thought it was like, we just had socialist party. We don't have a communist party, do we?
No, they had communist party, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a real big thing back then. They were trying to find them all and sniff them all out and all that stuff. And yeah.
That's
But
weird.
they had cards and all that kind of shit too. They're a card carrying communist, man.
Yeah.
Brian.
What's going on,
What's
Brian?
up?
What is up,
Hey,
Brian?
what's going on?
Yo,
Everything good?
Your background looks like some sort of Blair Witch Project kind of shit.
Please just start running around in circles.
I'm so scared.
I hope they don't come for me tonight. That's all I can say.
All right, so I got to ask a question. I got to ask Albert. What's the story with you and Nick? Like, how'd you guys meet up?
Oh, so Nick would come by the shop a lot, man, and
Okay.
and so and he actually sells insurance for senior citizens and stuff like that, Medicare and stuff like that. So he came by and helped my mom out tonight. So he saved a lot of money. So that's really cool. So we're having some smokes and he had a short stack Habano.
Awesome.
So I'm really enjoying it too.
Well, Nick,
Glad
you know
to
what
hear
to get him.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he says he's only used to stock up on him. So he's probably gonna be a new customer here pretty soon.
Love it. I appreciate it.
Cool. Michael, do you want to throw your shameless plug so that people know where it is?
LittleGuyCigarShop.com and Little Guy Cigar Shop on all social media. Get premium boutique cigars at competitive prices. There is something I have to like. I did it because I don't have a choice on it. I had to up the price of patina.
Again.
No, I've only.
Discounts. Well, they don't give discounts, so you had to up the price now.
I'm not allowed to advertise it at anything under 10% off list price. And I was lower than that. And somebody complained. I think I know which shop it was, but somebody complained. So I had to have that conversation with Brandon the other morning when I got up for work, and we talked about it and blah, blah, blah. So I had to do that. But that doesn't mean I can't give discounts on it. I can't get. It's not like I can't give discounts. I can, but that's coupon codes and email specials, whatever. Just advertised pricing.
Worst case scenario, to use CN10 now.
Yeah, it's true.
That's kind of cool though, Michael. That's cool, man, because you know you're doing something right when people start complaining about it.
I know. It was kind of okay. It was kind of cool because very, very small business, right? And I already have a bigger account complaining about it, which it was only like $7 difference per box. Yeah,
dude, I know.
But they probably talked to Mo, and Mo got with Brandon. He's like, hey, and so then Brandon like I talked to him, and I was like, I said I understand, I get it. I mean, it's part of the partnership, you know.
Wow. Yeah, I stopped supporting it.
Well, but that's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, at least you threaten other people. That's a good thing. Your business has threatened others.
Trust me, there's been
following. That's what it is.
There's been some things that I've seen other shops, other very popular online shops doing. I was like, hey, that looks very familiar.
You know, it's funny, right? You can always you can play the little guy card
every time. You're picking on the little guy, man.
Picking on the little guy, man. What's up with that? Shit.
Don't mess with the power of the Legion, the Garage, and the Martina Maya sampler. Why am I advertising that?
That's cool.
Yeah, it's salty. Huh, okay. So yeah, what was I talking about?
How awesome I am? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Michael, you're awesome. That's a good thing, you know? You don't believe it? Go ask Bob.
Bob will definitely say that.
Yeah, Bob will be like, you're awesome. Have an awesome day, you know? That's how Bob does. Wait, is Bob on tomorrow? Bob's on tomorrow, right?
Yeah, he's on Down to the Nub tomorrow.
Yeah, Bob's on tomorrow. So, hey, make sure to watch that. I might be doing birthday celebration, but I will try to get on there for at least a few minutes.
Brian, what you smoking?
So I went out in Queens today, and there's a local shop, or used to be a local shop that has a truck now. His name is Lefty, and this is a Connecticut cigar from his line. So
sweet.
The second one for today.
Did he charge you extra additional 75%?
No. I mean, he said $10, so I was okay with it. So I was good to go. I don't know who's claiming the tax for the purchase.
I don't know, because originally it could be a $2.50 cigar.
It could be. You never know.
But is it good?
It's good. So far, so good. I mean, the first one I had today was really good. This is the second one for today, so it's good so far.
Ah, good. Michael, just throw the damn thing.
Dude, like I got somebody texting me at the same time. Jesus Christ.
It wasn't me. I did not text you today.
No, it's not you.
Yeah, it wasn't me. See, I was nice. I was being nice.
It's another potential customer.
Oh, that's a good thing. Is it Cat's nephew? Because he say his nephew Matthew ordered phone.
He did order. He ordered a bundle and some other stuff.
Good. Last night I had a little guy cigar shop short stack wrap cracked because I dropped it in the floor, but it smokes fine. Okay. You know, a lot of time if the binder is intact, you can smoke it. The wrapper is not necessarily holding not necessarily the only thing that's holding the cigars together.
Well, a lot of it, like, sometimes it depends on how, I mean, obviously how it's rolled and how good the wrapper quality is. Because I've had ones where I've dropped them and they cracked, but the wrapper didn't split off and flake and burn weird. Like, it burned perfect. So
this cigar actually smoked pretty long. Hour and 25 minutes, I'm still at it. I don't know. But I gotta be very, very honest with you guys. This cigar, like, probably like 5 to 10 minutes ago, I was thinking, it's like, dude, this cigar, how long am I gonna take for me to finish it? You start to have that, when can I finish it so I can have a more satisfying cigar? I don't know if you guys ever have that feel, like you're smoking a cigar, and the time just drags, and you're like, oh, I really want to finish the cigar, I don't want to waste the cigar, but at the same time, I want to smoke something stronger or something more satisfying.
I'm usually like doing that, and I'm like, maybe it'll get better towards the end or something.
Yeah. But it's pretty much the same throughout, except it got a little bit more saltier. And still mellow. I feel like I'm getting the strength for less. You know, it feels like going out there paying $10 per taco, but the taco tastes like a taco. Wasn't bad, but you wish it was $10 taco. I don't even know how $10 taco should taste like.
If it's $10, really, really good.
But the truth is that a cheaper taco tastes better.
Yeah.
Now you
So
go out
if it's
there
like
buy
a
the
$10
street
taco,
they taste
that better be some badass taco, or I'll be getting like 15 of them or something.
Right? If you go out there and get like a $3 taco, it actually usually tastes pretty good.
You know what? Actually, the Jack in the Box tacos are damn good, man.
Oh my God! Stop it!
I've never had
Please
that
stop.
before. But I can tell you, there's exception to everything. So cheaper taco usually tastes pretty good, with exception if you go to Taco Bell. Taco Bell is not taco. Just want to put it out there. All right. If you go to Taco Bell to buy taco, I don't know what that is, but it's not taco.
Taco Bell and Jack in the Box both are not tacos.
I've
Taco
never tried
Bell-
Jack in the Box, so I don't know.
Taco Bell is not taco, but at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's damn good though. I'm just saying.
We've all been there.
If 4 o'clock in the morning, I have nothing to eat. I remember usually near the campus, there is usually a IHOP that's gotta satisfy any hunger that you have, or cure your hangover.
But for the non-breakfast wanting people, Taco Bell is gonna do the deal. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I love breakfast, but sometimes when you leave the bar or the club, you want some real food. You don't want pancakes and waffles. That's all I'm
Listen,
saying.
you don't have to get pancake off waffle. You go there and say, I want 2 eggs and a whole plate of bacon, please.
No, we go to Whataburger for that.
That is the ultimate.
You got a
right
what
there.
for that? What?
You got Whataburger.
At 4 a.m.?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
24 hours, baby.
We only have McDonald's over here for 24 hours. Burger King's are not 24 hours here.
Yeah, I've heard about Whataburger, but I've never had it before. But when I'm in the South, when I'm in Atlanta, I go to Waffle House for sure at 4 in the morning.
We did go to Whataburger when I went over there to Arizona, so that was pretty good. That was quick, pretty good meal. So.
Yeah, for fast food, it's good.
And that was my first Whataburger. I never had Whataburger before.
Good stuff, man.
Good stuff. And I have something else to announce. I can't remember what it is. Other than the fact that, okay, so let me just go down the list, right? We have the Secret Santa coming up. I just want to kind of summarize that thing, okay? Last time we had a few people that didn't get their package or whatever, for whatever reason. All right? Make sure that if you send something out, keep a tracking number. And try to send it out prior to the holiday season, because if you send it by the holiday season, things are going to get lost. That's just how it is. All right? Try to send it prior to the holiday season. If you're not sure, give your tracking number to one of the mods, or you can give it to me. I'll put it on the list so that when somebody asks, hey, does the person that sent out my package send it out, I can just look at the tracking number and have that put it together. Right? So that makes sense, right? Number two, this is for fun. So if you want to say something good out of your heart, please don't expect to, like, you know what, because I sent somebody good, whatever I receive is gonna be equal value. You're not gonna get that. You're gonna be disappointed. Don't go into this as an equal trade. You know, this is supposed to be fun, and you know, if you're better off and you can spend an extra few dollars, that's fine. But not everybody can spend the same budget. So you gotta realize that some people might have like a $20 budget. After shipping, there's only $10, $15 budget, so there's not a lot. Okay, don't expect something of high value because you're gonna be disappointed. Okay, and next thing is that it doesn't have to be cigar. So that goes with the previous point, is that you might not receive cigar. It doesn't have to be cigar. Okay.
Right.
If you think we all receive cigars, we didn't. We did not all receive cigars. Okay.
True.
We
True.
received a soap on the road. Some people receive 2 soap on the road. All right.
That's right.
So it could be anything, gag gift, whatever. Just have fun with it. Have a lot of fun with it. Only thing I ask you not to ship is those what's that? The sparkle thingy powder. Don't ship
glitter.
The glitter, yeah.
Glitter bomb.
Don't send
Sparkle
glitter
powder?
bomb because
Sparkle powder.
Glitter bomb.
if you ever receive one, you know how hard it is to clean it up. It's hell. It's not gonna be fun. You know, someone is gonna be laughing the 2 second and then cry about it for the next 3 months. Okay, don't send all of those. Send anything else, that's totally fine. Okay, so what are we doing this time is once Michael collect all the names, I'm gonna put all those names to a scrambler, and the scrambler is gonna scramble all that, and then I'm gonna put it back in there, and then put the address list behind right next to it, and then we're gonna send everybody that address. Okay, so keep your eye open for messages. If you didn't check your messenger, you're not gonna get the name, or not the name, the address. Okay, and the rule will be the same. Okay, from you put SSL members, and you put your address, return whatever address is, and then you put their name and their address. All right, you don't put your name. Right? Yeah, some people is gonna recognize exactly who they came from, especially Michael. He have like a freaking, you know, everybody's gotta be able to recognize that right away. But let's just put SSL member, and you should be okay. You should be okay. Okay. Make sure to get the tracking number. And
I think for the most part, we know where everybody is in the U.S.
It's
So
it's gotten to that. It's gotten to that point. Well, I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the list, but even that, I can kind of recognize a few addresses right away. I mean, if you see Pretty Lake, you know exactly who that is for. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So let's put it out there.
Like last year, Bob the cigar guy had me, and when I saw the Traveler's Rest come across on the package, I was like, well, it's got to be 1 or 2 people. That is what it is down there. So.
Yep.
All right. Make sure you don't peek on the prizes, and if you're traveling, good advice is don't bring that prize with you.
Right.
Don't bring it with you, because I can tell you that the airport security is gonna be questioning what you have in your luggage. Okay.
That was the best story ever.
The airport security is gonna have your luggage go through, and it's gonna think, what the hell does this guy have in his bag? Okay, I do not, not recommended. Not recommended. All right.
I was dying that day, dude. That shit was so funny.
Oh god.
Yeah. Brian, you remember that story?
No, I'm not in the loop. I'm trying to find out.
You gotta tell it. Tell me.
Tell it. Let's go.
Short
Spill
story.
the beans.
Long story short is I thought I might not be coming back in time to open the package, so I have it in my carry-on, and it went through the X-ray, and the guy is like, start talking about it, and then I realized, what that is.
It's a beautiful phallic-shaped soap on a rope.
Yeah, and you gotta know, everyone can see that screen after you pass the security. You look back, you can see what's in that screen, and especially nowadays, they show on the second screen, right in front of you, X-ray pictures of what's in there.
Do you know what this is?
I know what it is afterward, of course, yes. But everybody in that airport probably knew what that is right after that pass.
So the question is, were you going international or you domestic with it?
International.
Oh.
I was traveling, so they literally like, this guy really needs it. He's very needy.
This guy got a dick in his bag. What is going on?
Because you can't even tell that's a soap. You can't even tell that's a soap on the X-ray. You just see a solid mass, okay? A solid mass of a certain length, this big, wrapped in this, so you can kind of see the bag too. Not recommended to bring the prize with you. Just leave it in your house until you can open it.
So are we disclosing who sent you this, or is it out there,
Right
or is
there.
not out there?
Right there.
It was me. I sent Brandon 2 of them. Cigar Mechanic sent him 2, and I sent Tony 1.
So did the 2 that you sent Brandon make up for the 1 that you sent Tony, or was not that way?
No, they're all the same size.
Oh, okay.
Brendan actually used his. I don't. Okay, so yeah, not recommended to get just in case you receive some sort of gag gift that you do not want anybody else to see. Yeah, I might have made it onto their one watch list in their TSA just for that. You know, it's like whenever this guy travels, check the bathroom, check the airplane bathroom. You know, so should I have put it on my carry-ons? Should I have put it in my checked luggages? But yes. I didn't want to lose it, so I put in carry-on. I usually eat because you don't lose your carry-ons, you lose your check packages here and there. So yeah, not recommended. What else is important for that we have? All right, if you have any thoughts whatsoever to leave the Legion, don't join don't go on that list, because what happened is last time we had a few people that left the Legion doing it, so they actually didn't send their prize. Well, they did, but then somehow the outside didn't receive it, so I assume they didn't. Okay, so not if you have any thought whatsoever to leave, now is a good time. Don't wait until Christmas. You know, it's a happy season. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, and after this, okay, so by November, two things gonna happen. Actually, three things gonna happen. Okay. One, the cutter should arrive sometime in November. Albert, can you Here we go. So cutter is gonna arrive, so we will send it out as soon as I get it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, we'll put up a pre-order thing for the coin. I want to order around December and have time so that we can send out the coin before the 1 year 2 year anniversary show. 2 year anniversary show. Okay, we're gonna have the Christmas show. We're gonna have the 2 year anniversary show. So that will happen. Number three is that by November, if anybody want to donate prizes for the Christmas raffle, that's around the time. We have few people sign up already, and I will contact them once I start collecting those lists, because having lists at different time, they kind of get messed up here and there. Okay. Yeah, it depends what I receive. At that time, we'll have a few more prizes. I think we will also still have a backpack to raffle off this time as well. So people who still haven't got a backpack, there's still a chance.
How much were the tickets again? How much were the raffle tickets again?
They gotta be the same thing, right? They're usually like what, $5
I don't
a
remember
ticket?
how much it was.
$5 a ticket.
Okay.
$5 a ticket, no limits. Yeah. And I haven't talked to Yazzer yet. Who knows what Yazzer's gonna come up with? Whenever Yazzer comes up with something, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, if anybody question what kind of prize you can get out of Yazzer, don't question it.
Right.
Yeah, the best prizes. Yeah, the best prizes. Okay, and we'll have some of the ashtrays for raffle. I have some bags for raffle. We have few beanies for raffle. We will not be getting more beanies this year, because I think most people who want beanie already have it. But we have some beanies as prizes.
I think Stacy wanted a beanie, so hopefully she can get that one.
Stacy want a beanie? Maybe she'll win a beanie, right? I got plenty of weird stickers that I made throughout the year, so we should have enough sticker to give out as a prize kit. I remade the sticker for the New York one without the New York. This is not the one, but I don't know where I put it. And so that pretty much wrap up the year, right? We will have our typical thing as last year. We have our events as last year, and that pretty much wraps up the year. Can you believe it? That's 2 years already.
Dude, it's crazy.
Right? First year feel really long. We have so many things, but the second year flew by. Like, I feel like this year flew by. With all the bad things, like, if you look back, I pretty much didn't get much done this year. I feel like that way. Last year we got a lot done. But yeah, that's 2 years. That is 2 years. Crazy. So yeah, I'm looking around, it's like what I have prepped on the side. but I forget because I usually forget stuff. All right, okay. Christmas Secret Santa. If you get James and you don't want to send stuff that far, let me know. I'll just change it. Because some people don't want to send stuff to Germany, then that's fine.
Jeff or James.
What if we get James and we just don't want James? Like we want.
No. You get James to send to. If you get James to send to, if James your victim
Right.
of Secret Santa, and you don't want
Right.
to send, that's fine. You let me know. I will change it.
All right.
Because not
Let's
everybody
just send
wants to
it
send
to
stuff to Germany.
Yeah, you can always send his stuff to me, and I'll hang on to it.
But then you wouldn't know if it's you or not. You'll open both and you're like, oh, I like this one better.
Yeah, I've been doing that for years, Tony. So
yeah. All right, let me light up another cigar because that cigar's done. But yeah, that's. I know that not everybody wants to spend the extended amount of money to send to Germany. Sending to Germany right now costs quite a bit. So I understand that, and yeah, I can change it. So what happened is, person who gets James will get the notification first, and then if you don't want it, let me know. I will scramble. What should I smoke?
A cigar.
No shit. Don't give me such a.
Sounds like a good one.
The no shit, huh? That's a new one.
No shit cigar. Never had that one.
Today we're bringing you the no shit. Like what?
That will be that will literally means anything but good cut.
Right.
So you want to smoke something light, not too strong? I have Espinosa here. I have 601, Maduro, and Habano, and Murcielago. So those are kind of like medium plus. So I guess like crema.
I'll say that 601 Maduro. That's like a medium full.
Yeah. So that's not a good choice.
Why not? You gonna throw up, baby?
No, be honest with you, I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm gonna eat dinner after this.
I haven't really eaten a whole lot of anything today myself.
Oh, that's pipe the back. That's nice.
Jack in the Box tacos, buddy.
Stop
I
it.
don't have Jack in the Box here.
Like you can get like 20 tacos for $10, man. That's awesome.
True. Very true.
Yep.
Why don't I smoke a?
Casquemas.
What is it? What's in here? Let's see.
What's in this box? What's in this box? What's in this box?
Oh, there's more 601.
Looks like a Murcielago.
EP Carrera Reserva, new.
New Way we reserve it.
Oh.
I thought that Jack in the Box was like a burger joint.
It is.
They do serve tacos though.
Yeah, they're like uber white people tacos, dude.
Yeah.
They've got like American cheese in them and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I live in the land of tacos, so
Don't ask what kind of meat they use, though.
I don't know. Like I just still have not been able to figure out what the hell it is.
Yeah.
To be honest with you guys, the worst meats are usually taste the best. The meats that nobody eats, those are the best meats.
Yeah.
So Jack in the Box is using that mystery meat like White Castle is, that they say is like horse meat kind of deal.
Something like that.
You never know, man.
You open
Never
it up
know.
and you're like, what the hell is this?
I don't have any light cigars here. Come on.
You had the New Wave.
Yeah, the New Wave. That's light.
That's a light one.
I'll keep his research for it. Hold on. Let's see. Lennox is definitely not light.
Nope.
Oh,
It's
what
been
is
a long
this?
time since I've had a Lennox. Wow.
I got one of those.
I'm
Haven't
pretty
smoked
sure
it yet.
this is something like short stacks. I just don't know which one it is because there's no sticker, so I'm gonna smoke one of these.
Put it up to the camera. We'll see what it is.
It's probably a short stack.
That looks like the Connecticut.
Yeah, I'll smoke this.
If
Like I
it's
say,
spicy,
you know, when you
if
don't
it's
put
spicier,
bands on
it's
it,
the Habano.
when you don't put bands on it, I can't tell.
But it's like a mystery. It's like a surprise.
No, right now is not the time I want a surprise.
I don't want a surprise.
You know, this kind of surprise is like, you're at work, nothing special is happening, but your girlfriend decides to say, hey, we need to talk. That kind of surprise.
Cool. Oh my god. Then I'd throw up. I mean,
Right? Yeah, you'll throw up with that. That's a conversation you do not want to have at the time.
Or your wife says, come up with a list of stuff that we need to work on in our relationship. That's a real bad text right there.
What's even more surprising is when your wife finds out about your girlfriend.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
The worst text you can receive is just not. There's no text. There's no context except you receive a text that says we need to talk.
Yep.
If you receive nothing but we need to talk and you say what's up and she just say we'll talk.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
All right.
That's the one you know you fuck up. You
And try and they go, try not to worry about it. Yeah, don't try not to.
It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Like what?
We'll talk when you get back. We'll talk when you get back.
That's at 11 o'clock at night conversation that lasts till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you get no sleep for work the next day.
And that's still didn't over, and you still have to continue to talk when you get home.
Yep.
See, the nice thing is I'm usually getting up for work at 11 o'clock, so I'll be like, I gotta go. I'll see you later.
and you're like, oh, can we talk about this over dinner? No, let's talk about it later. And then it's a wrap.
Yeah. This is definitely Connecticut because it's not spicy.
There you go.
I just want you guys to know I'm speaking from experience. Like 4 days ago. So
oh no. That's bad.
Yep, I know how that goes.
I haven't had that kind of conversation with my wife where she goes, "We need to talk."
I can't recall my wife ever saying that to me.
Like something so important, she goes, "We need to talk," and then did not give me the context. My wife usually just tell me the problem right away. She won't even like, "Do you have time?" She's like, "This is the problem."
No, my wife is 5 months pregnant, so that's like weekly right now. So,
oh man,
yeah.
No, you give her like you go subscribe to a secretary kind of thing. It's like call this number, the secretary will take notes.
Yeah, I should say we have good health insurance. You can go to a psychologist or something for this. So.
Yeah. Like, can't you see somebody where it's their job to listen to this?
Psychologists are making a killer money right now because I think this year the amount of suicide raised by 30% or something like that.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's been bad, yeah.
Suicide rate raised by 30%, divorce rate raised by 16% or something like that. Some ridiculous amount of numbers. That's just really bad. Like, I personally would like, hey. Well, I understand because now you have to deal with each other all day long, right? You're all at home now, right? I deal all day long. But I have no problem dealing with my wife all day long. I'm okay with that. I actually like it. I actually told my wife, don't go to work. I'm the type of person every morning I was like, babe, do you have to go to work? Stay home. Fuck the job. I'm that kind of person. So, my wife staying home actually makes me happy. So I know when my wife's like, yeah, people are having issues, people are having divorce because they had to stay with their wife all day long. I was like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? So
let's see. Even there's been times where I was off for a couple weeks or whatever, and my wife's home, and we have time together, but she does her thing, I do my thing, and nobody kills each other. It's not a big deal,
right? I guess it's the people who doesn't give each other space.
Yeah.
If my wife is doing her stuff on her office, in front of her computer, I won't bother her. I'll do my things too, right? If I'm down in the office, you'll rarely see my wife ever come down. My wife knows I'm working on stuff. She'll probably send me a text message if she needs anything, even though we're in the same house. So, we give each other space. I think the one that doesn't give space is one of those, like, the wife that constantly gets stressed over work, and the guys all constantly get stressed over work, and then, they just scream at each other. When they have kids, especially. If you have kids at home, that drives you crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because before, you have about 8 hours a day not having to see your kids. Now, you're your kid's father, your kid's teacher, your kid's nanny, and you also have to deal with your wife. So that kind of gives the stress, right? I almost feel like, this is a time where health insurance should cover everybody to go to some sort of mental shrink or something like that. Even though I don't think it really helped, because you go there and you go like, I have a problem. They're like, no shit, you're here. That's why you have a problem.
So on the call here, who all has had a nanny, a kid nanny?
Say that again?
On the of everybody on the call, who has had a nanny for their kid? I don't think I've never had a nanny for my kid.
No.
No.
Well, when I was growing up, we had butlers, so I don't know.
Well, we definitely had a babysitter nanny for the kid, the first one for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, we had
But
maid and we had butler when I was younger. Different thing.
well, when we had the first one, my wife wanted to go back to work early, and I guess it was just innate to her to go back to work and be as a provider. So we had to get a nanny for the kid, and we put up cameras. And we fully disclosed, like, we have cameras in here or whatever the case is, and they were visible. It wasn't like some like teddy bear camera or whatever the case is. With our first kid, like it's like super crazy. Your mind is running all day long. You're at work, and then for the first month we watched them, and then afterwards I was like, well, we're happy with it. Like, we're good to go. And I didn't really continuously watch it as much as maybe my wife did. So.
I gotta be honest with you. I feel like when you have newborn kids, you should stay with the kids. It's worth the time to stay with the kids.
Yeah, I definitely wanted that, but I don't know. It was my wife's call. I was like, if you're okay, like if this is what you want to do, it is what it is. It's your call from here. Like, we try to do our best. The nanny came while my wife was at home, and she took care of the kid in front of my wife. And I know that doesn't count for much after you leave from home, but we saw what it was to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny? That reminds me of. It's totally not related though. I was shopping in the grocery store, and then my wife just walked by and says, "Don't you have to buy some basil?" And I was like, "Oh, you mean basil?" And she's like, "Yeah," because I give her that hard time because how like Gordon Ramsay calls it basil, right? And I was just like, "Oh, you want some basil?" She's like, "Yeah, don't you need some of those?" I said, "I've been buying basil all week." She's like, "What do you mean, you buying basil all week?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, when did you buy basil? I was like, "I've been shopping on Amazon all week, so." And she would just stare at me for like 3 minutes. She's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, who owns my Amazon? I've been buying his boats. I've been paying for his mistress." And then she gave me like a 2-hour lesson about how Jeff Bezos don't have mistress; he have a new wife. And I was like, "Wait, is that wife or mistress?" She's like, "Well, I don't know. She's an anchor or something, news reporter, something like that." I said, "Whatever job she does not. No, she does not. Okay. And if you tell me Jeff Bezos works right now, it's like bullshit. Jeff Bezos does not work. Jeff Bezos does not work. When you get to a certain amount of richness, you no longer work. Like, do you really? Can you imagine? That's Elon Musk go to work.
Yeah, no.
Can you just think about like how he didn't have a problem paying his ex-wife paying out all that money? He's like, whatever, however many like $1 billion it was. He's like,
because he made that sitting on his ass.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
The thing is,
go ahead.
So the thing with that, right? When those kind of people don't work, there's a crap load of people around them that are having to do a lot of work. It's like everywhere they go, there's a team of people around them like trying to fill in gaps and make sure everything's right, and like they create a lot of work for people. Like their presence creates a lot of work for people.
So I in terms of those things, okay, the CEOs and stuff like that. I was having a conversation with my wife, and don't take this politically because we didn't talk about it like a political, okay? So she says, I just wonder why some people like Trump can say whatever he wants and get away with it. Okay? And I say, a lot of people does that. She's like, no, but then he can say whatever he wants and get away with it. And I say, guess what? You can do the same thing if you are a CEO of the company. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, everybody who's somebody who is CEO of the company gets away with whatever they say. And she goes, no, name another person. I said, have you seen an interview back in the day when Elon Musk was young? And they asked him what he want to be when he grew up. He said he want to fly an airplane into buildings.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're CEO, okay. Steve Jobs get away with anything he said. Bill Gates literally talks shit about things all the time and got away with everything he said. Right?
Oh, yeah.
What else? So long as you're CEO of something, you get away with things you say. And guess what my wife said? My wife said, you're a CEO of your company. I never see you get away with things you say.
Who am I going to say it to? Me?
No,
myself?
Because everything I say, you guys picked on.
I'm the CEO of my company. I can say whatever I want to myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But then if you say it to us, we pick on it, right? Just like whatever I say, you guys pick on it. It's like, shit. That she kind of defeated my point right there.
Yeah. I have the last word in my house, man.
Yeah, yes, because before you have that last word, you got a couple smack coming.
Yeah, I have the last word. You're like, yes, dear.
So yeah, I thought that was a funny conversation. I have a lot of weird conversation with my wife. Like my wife, I always have the weirdest thing to say, and now I always have the weirdest conversation with her. She talked about this.
Oh, yeah, I believe it.
This teacher got in trouble for not issuing homework for the kids in her class. And she's like, oh, I feel like they don't need homework. They already spend all the entire hour learning and stuff like that. After class, they should do whatever they do, right? And I agree with that. When my wife comes to talk to me, it's like, what do you think about that? I was like, that's good. Homework was created to punish kids back in the days. Like before that, there was no homework. If you go to those private school where they have focused learning, they don't have homework. They have motivated studies. You learn whatever you like, you learn it really quick. Right? And she's like, no, you need homework to remember stuff. Like, don't you think that you don't need homework to remember stuff? I was like, there are things that you do not need to do homework and remember it. She's like, what do you talk about? I was like, well, yeah, of course. Do you need to do homework to remember 1 + 1 = 2? No. Okay. Do you need to do homework? Like, some of the things you really don't need to remember. Something like social study. Do you really need to remember everything that's in social study? You got Google nowadays. Right? The only thing you need to know is how to read and write ABCs. Right? So that you can do the rest of the reading on your own. Like, if you like enough. Like, for example, if you like Cigar, do you really need to do homework to learn about Cigar? You'll just go look at the information yourself. Talk about it enough and you'll have a good memory of what's going on with what. Right? Martina Maya, when you go learn in work in BMW, did you have to do homework to remember what you do at work?
No.
Right? Yeah. Homework is not necessary. That is must have, I think. Like, a lot of things we learn in school we don't use today.
A lot.
Like, if you talk about the mandatory educations up to high school, you use what? You use your adding, subtracting, multiplications. You use your first, maybe up to 5th grade literature, English.
Yeah.
Whoever learned Spanish probably forgot about it by now. If you learn high school Spanish, you probably forget majority of that already.
That was the easiest class I ever took.
My wife took Chinese in college, and she couldn't even do her own homework. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Because you did it.
Huh? Because I did.
Because you did it for her.
Did I tell you the story how I got so pissed off because the teacher didn't know one of the terms I wrote on the essay?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, how do you become a teacher? How do you become a teacher? How do you become a teacher? Jeez. Okay, anyways. Ooh, calm down, Tony. Calm down. Woo! Calm down. Yeah, you don't use majority you learn. Like things you learn in history. Did you use any of that knowledge today?
No.
No? Okay. Earth science. Do you use anything you learn in earth science?
Dealing with cigars, kinda.
No,
to understand it.
Cigar is more of chemistry.
Well, but it's still there's earth science because different soils, this, that, and the other. Right?
Come on, earth science does not teach you how to plant. Okay. They teach you how to identify rocks.
I know the cigars are kind of like they taste earthy sometimes.
That's still not
earth science.
That's still an earth science. Not earth science. In earth science, they don't tell you hey, there's some dirt that will taste it. You know, they don't do that.
You have to pay a lot of money and go to a French restaurant to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I did that on my own.
All right. So next, what's after earth science is biology. Did you use much of your biology you learned in school? No.
Human biology. Mm-hmm.
No, human biology. The human biology part you're talking about is probably health science or health ed. That's
whatever they call it.
Yeah, health ed, whatever they call it, right? So it's not really biology that you're using. Okay, chemistry. How many people still remember the entire table?
No.
Yeah, you had a test on it. You don't remember. You have homework on it. You literally had to do your compounds out of it. You don't remember it.
Wow, I think I can remember like 8 of them maybe now.
Yeah, same.
Most people remember what? Oxygen, hydrogen.
Got what? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon.
Yeah, but that's on the same type. That's on the same side, right? And then like mercury, iron, gold, silver, the basic stuff. But you wouldn't ever use those the whatever code that you're using, right? So you wouldn't. All right. So moving on to the next one, physics. How many of you actually go calculate things using gravity today? With the exception of Albert, he probably have for the robots and stuff. I probably had to calculate some of the stuff, but he's the teacher. It's a different story. But nobody uses physics. Do you use physics?
Hold on a second. We talked the other night, Wednesday night. We talked about how physics.
You can use it to solve all the problems, but no one's using it. Right? I say if there's anything you need to learn, it's physics, because physics can solve pretty much every problem, right? But not necessarily.
You made the case Wednesday that physics was the most practical.
It is.
Okay.
It's the most practical, but no one's using it.
All right.
Right? So here's the thing. How many of the people, let's say Martin, if your fridge breaks, would you take a multimeter and just see what's the resistance on the resistors? Do you need how many voltage is supposed to go through your CPU?
If YouTube told me to, I would.
No, I'm just asking. Martin, do you know how much voltage you're supposed to go through the resistor on the CPU? Right? He doesn't even he probably say, how the hell does a resistor look like?
Exactly.
That's what your extended warranty is for. That's what you pay for that.
No, the truth is that by the time your extended warranty runs out, something cheaper probably works better than what you had. Okay. Right. So no one's using that. Okay. So what other stuff that you will get homework for in school? You're not gonna get homework for your art class, your electives, your gym. So what homework is good for? I asked my wife what does she remember learning in school. She said nothing. She said she has borrowed them and she has given back. Okay. That 4 years of college, she just given back along with the payment. There you go. Nothing she learned, she's using it. Like you can have a degree in economy or finance. You use none of those when you go to work. It's zero. None of those. In fact, if you are entry level finance major, you go out to be fund accountant, management, and banker. All those jobs right now are monkey see, monkey do. Putting the numbers and you're done. That's all you need to do.
All right, I've got it for you, man. 7th grade math, you start to learn about ratios and proportions. Like you a lot of the whole year is surround. Well, yeah, but that's the most practical math, I think, is ratios and proportions. I
would just say the entire algebra 1 are useful. Algebra 2 kind of leave that already. Right? You don't need to know your tangent, your sine, cosine in real life. Because the last time I can ask 10 people, when's the last time you measure a radio wave or an electrical wave frequency? They will say none.
No, you need cosign when you get your first car, but that's about it.
No, that's a cosigner. Cosigner. Not if you get it. Not if you get a hand-me-down. Not if you get a hand-me-down. You know, your 1990 Civic. You don't need to cosign it.
Yeah, but you're going off on a tangent now, Tony. So that's
Shut up. But yeah, like you don't really use anything beyond algebra 1. Right? You can do basic calculation. You can type it in the math now. You're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna use that algebra 2 stuff. Really, you don't. Right? So, what homework is good for other than repeatedly doing something? Especially for math, you can repeatedly doing a question and not understand the formula, and that's pointless. If you don't understand the formula, it does not do you any good. You can repeat the question over and over again. If you don't understand the formula, it doesn't matter. How many people actually remember all their formulas?
Wow.
Nobody. Right? Other than like what a plus b plus equals c plus what a squared plus b squared equals c plus, then nobody else will remember anything else other than that. Right? Do you remember what is the formula for calculate gravity?
Dude, that's been so long.
Speed of falling. You don't. And this is why it's good. Because had you remember all that stuff, movies will be super boring. Super boring. Here's one of the things. I was watching an anime where a female fell down the building. Fell down. And a guy jumped down after her to go catch her. And I say, that is physically impossible. My wife's go, why?
I'm that way with movies a lot. Like I poke holes in movies all the time. I'm like, this is impossible.
It's not impossible, Tony.
It's impossible for a female to fall first before you off a building, and then you can jump off and beat her in speed and catch her and survive on the ground.
You can because the wind resistance on her.
Once you reach terminal velocity, it doesn't matter. Once you reach terminal velocity, you will never catch her. She fell down from like a 100-floor building.
If you have one of those suits that lets you go faster, where you're not
physically impossible. Thank you. You know,
I saw that on what was it, the James Bond thing, man.
Come on, James Bond thing. Albert, of anybody, you should know that a true object, regardless weight, will hit terminal velocity and they will land at the same time. Doesn't matter.
And that's why they have the suit. That's why they have that little flight suit thing.
It doesn't matter. Once you reach terminal velocity, it doesn't matter what you wear. It's got to be the same speed. Yes, and nobody used that information. No one used that information because the movie will look really boring. Right? So, in the end, is school education really that useful? Well, I mean,
babysitting, brother. It's babysitting. What it is.
Yeah, babysitting, right? But I just think few things you need to learn, right? You need to learn English. You need to be able to read and write. You need to do basic algebra, so that you know when somebody say 650, you don't give them $5, you know. And you need to learn some physics, so to know that there are things that's impossible, like and like common sense, like health ed, like you gotta know that you gotta be one of those idiots jump off the roof building, try to be someone from the WWE, and then land on the table. You're gonna get hurt. You need to have those common sense. Everything else, you don't need it. You don't really need it, right? There's not gotta be one person that go to a new job without training. And if you gotta get a training, you'll realize that whatever you learn in school, you're not using it. You're not using it. You're not gonna go. Okay, there's only one or two things that you need to absolutely do your homework and use it. All right, if you're a doctor, right, you kind of need to know what you're talking about. So, and all those things you kind of have to just force yourself to remember it. If you're anybody that work in the doctor's office or pharmacist, you have to know that you have to remember all the names of generic drugs and name brand drugs and how they're equivalent. That you have to remember, right? Lawyers, you need to know what law you're talking about. And that is brutally just reading, just force yourself to remember those cases, right? Any other than that, you don't. Like Michael, have you used any of the things that you really learned in school that you're so proud of it that you can use in your job, in the
Hell no.
industry? No, you don't.
Hell
right?
no. Hell no.
What about Martin? Have you used anything that you learned absolutely proud of it from school for your job?
Spanish.
You did not learn Spanish from school. Come
on. Yeah, no, nothing.
Nothing. How about Brian? Brian.
No, my telecommunications degree means nothing to what I'm doing right now.
Right. How about Jason?
I use a lot of math for long range shooting.
But is that something like that your school teach you how to calculate that long range shooting?
I mean, trajectory and the rotation of the Earth and wind speed and yeah. I mean,
wait, all that from school, or from your actual job?
I learned the basics in school and then had to apply advanced stuff in.
So you didn't learn
another school.
You didn't learn in school. You're using, you know. That's
the
like
basics
saying that I learned.
If you don't know the
basics,
basics, you'll never learn the advanced part of it.
Not necessarily, because they can teach you the advanced part, and then while they teach you the advanced part, they teach you how to do the basic part so that you can get to the advanced part.
I don't know.
Like, for example, if I am a operator of machinery, right? I could technically not know anything, and they will teach me how to get to operate that machinery.
Yeah, because I did go to college for heavy equipment operation.
Yeah.
And I didn't use anything that I used in school. But when you're doing grades and stuff with the equipment, you do have to know all that math that you learned in school. They're not going to teach you that.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. You kind of but again, algebra 1, right? You only need algebra 1 to
right,
get
just the basics.
Yeah, you just need algebra 1 to get to that point. So algebra 1.
And I sucked at it, so.
Like, does anybody right now, with the exception of with Albert?
Well, so why am I exception?
Because you're a teacher, you're different, right? With the exception of Albert, uses calculus in life.
All right, so you're not going to be weigh in on this, Tony?
How? Go for it.
All right. I agree. The actual things that you learn, you may not actually use practically, but the critical thinking that you learn from doing those things is what you use.
But critical thinking involves homework?
Practicing it so that you fully understand it.
You can practice in class, right?
Possibly.
You can practice in class.
You could, but you also have to recognize 45 minutes in class is not really 45 minutes. It's more like 30 to 35 minutes.
True. I mean, again, there are self-motivated learning. It doesn't require homework. Sure. So, like, I did self-motivated learning because if you're anybody like a stupid Asian overachiever, take those AP classes, you better self-learn because the class moves so quickly. If you don't read the textbook yourself, you're going to fall so behind. You have no idea.
Right.
But if you're regular learning, I think even without homework, there's plenty of people that doesn't do their homework still pass the test.
Sure.
Right? So.
And a lot of it has to do with if they're able to comprehend it well enough to that it sticks with them, right? It's meaningful enough to them.
Again, understanding, right? Once you understand it, you don't have to do all that stuff just to get to where your answer is, right? For example, if you understand the formula, you'll always get your answer, regardless how the question is written.
Unless there's a nuance or something that you aren't fully understanding, and then the practice helps you with that, right? When you go practice certain things, you have certain kind of problems that make you realize, you have to think this other little thing.
My point is basically like if you're forcing people to do homework, even they do it, that doesn't necessarily make them understand, and doesn't necessarily have that practice value.
Right.
Right. But then if you like something, you self-learn it without homework, you'll still understand it.
There's a lot of teachers I know when the kids are having to do homework, it's because they're screwing off in class, and they didn't get it done in class. The kids that are engaged and are not into the nonsense, they typically finish the work in class, and they don't have homework. So there's that. So I think it comes down to how they're doing the homework or why they're doing
Yeah,
homework.
understanding is the most important part. Like for me, I like to do self-learning so that I can get ahead, so that I can deal with my like after-class activities, like my clubs and all that stuff. I can deal with that because I went ahead of it. I don't have to know. My teacher actually knows that I do so much of ahead learning that I don't have to pay attention to class. Like there are a few times where my math teacher is just like, you can go, you can go. Whatever we're teaching today, you already know, right? So, you know, I think in the end, like homework it's valuable at times, but it's not necessary. Valuable at times, not necessary. But that goes back to the story. So why is that teacher getting shit for that? For not giving kids homework? I don't understand. I don't even know why the teacher teach, but getting flamed for not giving their kids homework. I wish my teacher was like that. I'll be okay with that. I don't know. Because I do feel like as a kid, I don't get enough sleep. That's number one. And people think that kids only need like 8 hours sleep or whatever. They have enough. No, they don't. Kids need a lot of sleep. And number two, that the kids have enough time to do whatever that balance their school stress. They don't.
But really, it's an easy problem to solve, though, Tony. If that parent thinks that their kid needs extra homework, then assign the kid extra homework. That's called differentiation.
Right. I mean, the kid, the parent can literally issue homework for their kids, but yeah, right. So I can go to I can easily go out there, buy an extra textbook, and then just give that back page of all the questions for my kids.
You don't even need that. You got Khan Academy. You just go out to Khan Academy, and he's got all kinds of topics out there now, and exercises and all that kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah. So there's multiple options, but I just don't understand why that teacher is getting flamed so deeply for not giving the kids homework. There are countries that doesn't have homework, right? I can't remember what country. There are a few countries where their school does not issue homework, and they are just fine. They are just fine. And I actually feel like that gives kids more time to learn about what they are interested with. Like, come on, when we are kids, we all have some sort of hobby, right? I don't know. Michael looks like someone that just go to the backyard and pick up sticks. But there are kids that like to, I don't know, skateboard. And they learn about skateboards, right? They go. Some kids like chess. They go play chess. And hey, if anything, if you want your kids to be smart, tell them to go play chess. Chess is a very, very hard game. Once you get to a certain point, right? Kids like to do that. That's fine. Play chess. If even the useless thing, okay? If kids like to play Magic the Gathering, let the kids play Magic the Gathering.
So Tommy,
I thought you said play with chests. I like to do that.
Chess.
Yes.
So Tony, man, what did y'all's checkerboard look like, by the way, when you was growing up?
The Chinese checkerboard.
What do you mean?
What did your checkerboard look like? Did you play checkers growing up?
We have chess.
You didn't do checkers?
Well, see, if you're talking about Chinese checker is nothing Chinese. There's nothing Chinese about Chinese checker.
Why do they call it Chinese checkers?
I don't know. Because we do have games where you have, we call it goal, right? It's just one black and one white, and then you put it around the thing to get to. But we don't have that jump over thing you flip it. No, we don't have those. That's not Chinese.
Right.
Chinese actually have our own kind of chess, has our own set of rules. That actually have, that was, you know how chess was invented, right? It was used for war, back in the day. So China has their own version. China have their own version. And it's actually much more complicated than the US one. Or the Western one. We have a river. And there are few chess pieces cannot cross the river. Yeah.
Is there like, would you guys play to the death or what?
No. So let me show you guys. I can show you guys how it looks like. Because you guys probably don't know how that looks like.
They probably had like some kind of water torture involved.
Yeah.
So we've been lied to. Chinese checkers.
We've been screwed over a lot with our. Yeah, we've been lied to growing up, brother.
Bamboozled.
Maybe if you went to school and learned, you could build a bridge over the river and get all your people over there to beat their ass.
See, that's what we did in America. We got rid of the damn river.
Well, school is based. school teaching is based on like regimen and getting up and showing up for class and all that stuff. Like I think it's it's mostly about that to make sure you know how to follow a regimen.
All right, can you guys see this?
It's a very social. It's a very social exercise, right?
Yeah. And start from young, and even when you evolve from that young age and you have your own freedom and the things that you want to do, it's still to form the regimen to do what you're supposed to do based on the work environment.
So here's the Chinese chess. You can see that in the middle there's like a rectangle. That's called the river. And there are a few pieces that cannot cross the river. For example, we'll have a piece called the elephant. The elephant cannot cross the river. Okay, so those pieces cannot go to the other side. We also have, you can see in the middle, there's a square, a smaller square with a cross over it. Those 3 pieces inside that cannot leave that box. Those are the general, which is what in U.S. term will be king, the king, like the king piece. You cannot leave that box, and your 2 knights cannot leave that box either. So it makes ours are very challenging. Ours are very challenged the way it is. So, and when the pawn piece cross over, it doesn't become the king, the queen. You know how if you get the you get to level up and become the queen once you have the pawn piece all the way on the other side. It doesn't. Once you cross the river, you can go, our direction 1 step at a time. You cannot become anything. So it's actually a very challenging game.
So the queen basically becomes a king.
There's no queen at all. Because back in the days, in Chinese history, we don't have queens in battles. When you go on a war, who brings out their queen? It's like, hey, soldiers, fight for your queen back in the camp. Right? At best, you have your king inside your inside the camp. Right? There are some king that actually goes on battles. Right?
So what pieces can cross the river then?
So we have the equivalent of castle, which we call the cart, right? That can cross, right? The pawns can cross, the cannon can cross, the horse can cross. That's it. And the horse had to run in an L shape, so it's similar to the knights over here. So the elephant has crossing squares. Like
so the elephant can cross then.
No, the elephant cannot cross.
You know what I needed? It was like a kangaroo.
Yeah, jumped over, right?
If anybody, wouldn't the elephant be able to go through the water? This is bullshit.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like, shouldn't the elephant be able to cross the river then?
Here's the thing, okay? You would think that way, right? You would think that in a real battle, I can get my elephant cross the river, right? But how in the day battle is that the horse can go on a little tiny boat and actually cross the river, but the elephant will drown. Elephant's way too heavy.
The river?
Huh?
How deep is the river?
Well, obviously the river is deep enough that if people go down there, they drown, right? But then the thinking is that they can go by boat. So
where's the boat?
Yeah, what's the boat piece? Where's the boat piece at? Well, is there a boat piece?
Well, when you're actual war, you're not gonna think about that, right? You think about what you'll have those. You'll be fine. If you're fighting a river battle, you'll have boats, right? But your normal boat isn't gonna be able to handle an elephant, right? And most elephant is gotta go crazy seeing water on a boat. Shaking.
So an elephant's like a tank, right? Kind of like a tank.
Say what?
An elephant's kind of like a tank.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? And on the cannon can move unlimited distance so long as there's nothing in front of it. Okay, but it can only take out another piece if there's a piece in between. Does that make sense? So let's say, for example, if I have the cannon right in front of it, there's another piece I want to take out, right? But there's no piece in between that piece. Then you cannot take it out. You have to take it only if there's another piece in front of it.
So you'd be shooting over it. Okay.
But you must have a piece in front of it. Doesn't matter if it's your piece or their piece, so long as there's a piece in front of it. And the other rule is that the king piece can never meet the king piece directly. So for example, if I have a king piece, and in front of that there's another piece that covers my king, right? And the other side doesn't have anything in front of the king. All right, so the king is exposed, right? I cannot move that piece in front of the king away. If I'm forced to do that, that's checkmate. So there's a specific rules that makes the game harder, which is fun. I used to play that. I like it, so I don't know. It's complicated, but it's fun. But yeah, I want my kids to have time to do that kind of stuff after school. Like I said, I totally would not mind if my kids decide to go, hey dad, after school I'm going to the Pokemon card tournament. I'll be like, here's $50, go.
Do they need money for that?
Well, you gotta buy new cards, right?
You do?
Well, when you go to a tournament, you're required to buy 2 decks of cards. The two pack of cards. So that you have to mix it into your deck to make it equal, to make it more fair. Like a pre-prepped deck without any additional cards makes it. Some of the deck are too OP to be in the regulatory battles. So sometimes the rule is that you can insert your own card, but you must use the deck. So there's a rule. Like I remember when I go to a tournament, it costs $40 to enter. You get 1 deck of cards, and you can the rule is that you can mix your card with that. But you must use the same series of cards. Like there are cards that's banned in the regulatory rules, so you cannot use those cards. That makes you think, right? That makes you like, okay, I only have these cards. How do I win? And it just sucks to be you if you receive a deck that really have no good cards. But you know that's fair game, right? That's fair game. So I would like my kids to play that kind of stuff and learn, and then that to kind of practice critical thinking.
But to be fair, Tony, if you taught your kids that, man, they would not be able to play with nobody because they don't know how to play those games.
What do you mean?
Like we're just playing regular chess. We're not playing that version of chess. So they would learn something that they wouldn't be able to practice with other people.
No, they can. What I mean is that they can pick up a hobby that they're more interested to learn and do something. If you pick up a hobby, you'll be able to find someone that does the same hobby. Now the world is tiny, right? If you want to play chess, you can go on Yahoo and find someone to play with you. True.
True. That's true.
Right? If you like smoke a cigar, you can go find a group that smokes a cigar with you. There's not one hobby that you literally cannot find someone that will do it with you nowadays.
And I started watching Sudoku videos on YouTube. Sudoku, right? Like how they solve them and strategies to solve, hard and expert and all that. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, and I would think that kids need that kind of time to aside from running around with other kids, pick up sticks and beat each other up, they still need time to pick up a hobby that they're interested with. To do something where they will spend all their energy to go learn, right? If you like something, you will go learn about it and you'll become an expert at it, so long as you like something, right? Is there something that you like that you didn't go to learn how and why kind of thing, right? You pick up cigar first day, you know nothing about it, but if you like the fact that to smoke cigar, you will go learn everything about cigars. No classes required. You'll find all the things about cigars, right? You'll find out about the 7070. You'll go to forums and ask about those 7070s. You'll ask about different wrappers on the cigars. You'll learn about etiquette. You'll learn about how to light up a cigar and how to store a cigar. You'll learn everything about it, right? Right? If you want to, if your hobby is building computers, you'll be able to find a billion videos on building computers. Right? If your hobby is reading about vampire stories, there's plenty of forums that talk just about vampire stories. Like but then you gotta have time to do that, right? If you just tell your kids, hey, do your homework, well, they're not by the time they finish homework, it's 2 hours in, 3 hours in. So if you go to class, you're done by 2:45 p.m., right? You go to an after-school activity, which is mandated by a lot of schools. I know my school is mandated to have at least one club activity. You get home about 4 o'clock after buses, 5 o'clock maybe, right? And you got home, you eat your dinner and whatever, shower. How many hours do you have before your parents tell you to go to sleep? Not many, right? Not much, right? And then you pretend to go to sleep and get up by like 11 p.m., 12 p.m., midnight, and get on your computer again. Because you used all that 3 hours of your day to do homework, whereas you could have learned something different. Because tomorrow when you go to class, you got to learn about the same thing again. Well, same thing and then some. Same thing and then some. But again, you're already spending how many hours in school a day that you cannot learn? You don't have time to learn something you want. And then the weekend finally comes. Guess what happens? Hey, Michael. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Mom. Go mow the lawn. Well, you're done. Have lunch.
Live with your mom?
What's up?
You still live with your mom?
No.
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Your weekends literally doing chores and then do your homework, whatever that you left on a Friday. And before you know it, all the time you have left over is play some video game. And even when you play some video game, 2 hours later, hey, get off that video game. And then go, Mom, I'm not at my save point yet. Can't save right now. Well, then guess what? Your dad's gonna come and say, don't give me that bullshit. Xbox, you just turn it off, you'll come back to the same spot again. You don't have to save. Right? You're not gonna have the kids won't be able to do whatever they want to do. We don't. You know, I remember when I was a student, I don't get home until 8 p.m. Because after school, after club, we still had to go to cram school. We don't do anything. So what happens is that I will stay up midnight until 3 o'clock doing other stuff. Doing the stuff, learning stuff, read the book, whatever I want to read, novel, whatever. It'll be like 3 a.m. I'll go to class. I'll wake up again at 6:30, get to class by 8:40, by 8 o'clock, and then homeroom 8:45. I'll be passing out by then. I'll be like, right? Come on, it's true. Is that not true? Is that not the same for you guys?
No.
No.
That's because you guys don't go cram school. Cram school is like mandatory for Asians.
See, we didn't have none of that. I just took AP classes, and I crashed out at like 10 o'clock at night, and I got up at like 5 in the morning.
And you don't have time to do anything you want to do.
No, I didn't have any friends anyway, so what was I going to do?
Yeah, because you're spending all the time doing homework. Right? So as an adult, right, I feel like, you know, I'd probably be one of those parents that say, hey, do whatever you want. Well, and I won't even say, hey, kid, what you want to do when you grow up? Because any of you guys actually did what you want to do when you were young?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, never.
Yep.
No.
I did.
What do you do again, Jason?
I was in the Army for 20 years, and that's all I wanted to do when I was growing up.
Yeah, but then when you go to Army, did you feel like whatever you learn in school was mandatory for you to join the Army?
No.
Yeah.
No, they don't teach you.
Yeah, exactly. So
to
I'm not
go
even
to
gonna ask
war
my
in
kid what
school.
they want to do when they grow up because majority of us will
Although
did
I
it.
did learn how to fight in school, and that came in real handy.
Wait, hey.
So did you say mandatory, Tony?
I did say mandatory, yeah.
So yeah, so I'm willing to bet, Jason, that like getting that diploma was mandatory to go in the Army, right? that's what my brother did. So my brother, he graduated. Not James, my other brother. I remember him saying or thinking, "I've got to graduate so that I can qualify to go in the Army." That was his idea. I mean, that was the whole reason why he graduated in his mind. And he spent 20 years in as well. But yeah, it's like it was a requirement in order to be able to go in the Army. So I'm trying to get it.
But is it a requirement? So is it a requirement to have a GED minimum to join the military?
I think back then, if you had a GED, that wasn't really really the best candidate at that point, back in the '80s. But
I
they
guess
may
in a
allow.
way, you're kind of mandatory to know how to read and write and follow commands, right? So.
Yes.
But that wasn't necessarily a mandatory. Well, actually, yeah. If they mandatory to have a high school diploma or grade school diploma, then yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of that came into play where when you take the ASVAB, how well you scored on it. But he was just wanting to be in infantry, so really you didn't have to have much of a score for that, as I understood. So.
Yeah, because I did not do anything I want to do when I was young.
I think you just had to be able to fog up a mirror mainly. So.
In fact, I think a lot of people, once they get their diploma or degree, they realize that's not what they want to do, because they've been doing it so long, they don't want to do that. Right? You learn something, you like you've been on it so long, you really don't want to do that.
I think it goes back to critical thinking, man. I think you learn how to be a critical thinker. That's really the value about a lot of it.
But critical thinking is not necessarily taught in school. It's more like taught in life, right? How you deal with things.
Yeah, but school is your life, right? I mean, but that in effect is your life, right? Going through school.
What you're saying is that those people who did not have the luxury to go to school does not have critical thinking.
They come by it a different way, and they may not do as well. I mean, their opportunities are going to be a lot less probably, on average.
Oh yeah, on average. But it is possible to get that in life, through life.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of farmers, for example, that are not technical people. They're not really technical people, but they know a lot of shit. They know a lot of stuff. They know a lot of things practically because they've had to work through it themselves.
In fact, their job is mandatory for country to work, right? If you're not a farmer, the country's done for. Right?
Well, that's where I learned a lot of my work ethic. I mean, I probably about 8 years old. That's what I can get up 4:45 in the morning and milk cows and do whatever around the barn, and then pull my shit covered boots off and go jump on the bus.
Yeah.
And then when I had to do my homework at school because I didn't have time after school to do homework because there was field work to be done. In the summertime, I mean, we threw 40,000 bales a summer. That's all you did. So.
Yeah. And through life, you learn time management, responsibility, and all that stuff without school.
A lot of my mechanical stuff and like just, the engineering stuff and it's all involved with farming. You learn all of that on the fly.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, if anything, go to school and be cool. That's very important. You still have to go to school. I mean, if you're not gonna go to school at all, then that's a different story. I'm just talking about, a lot of things that we learn in school are probably not all that necessary. But you still have to go to school. You need to know how to read and write. You still need to learn what you're good at. But
Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer in Atlanta. He became president of the United States, right? So that's beyond what he was doing, right? So
yeah. Nowadays it's impossible though. You can, without any of education background and stuff like that, you will get ripped apart. Try to go into politics, right? But then again, I apologize for people that came out of the BU, going to the Congress and being idiots. But but there are people that go to school and then come out to be idiots. So, but yeah, that school is a tough thing. Everybody needs it. At the same time, everybody grow up realizing that a lot of things that we learn is a waste of time. Glad to learn something else better. Right? So, Michael, when he was young, he never go like, what? I'm gonna open a little guy cigar shop when I grow up. So I'm gonna learn everything so that I can use it in UPS.
No. Yeah. You learn how to move boxes and drag trailers around.
Yeah, Martin grew up, says, I'm going to learn Spanish in high school so I can go work in BMW. Even though I already speak that shit. But I'm going to go learn it. I'm going to ace it. And that's going to bring out my GPA. All that stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, anyways, it is 11:32. I went on a tangent. I apologize. But then I think it's an interesting topic to talk about school because we all went through school and then different thinking about how we value what we got from school. Right? I'm not saying that whatever we got out of school is pointless or has no value. It's just that a lot of stuff we learned, even though it has value, was not being used. Right? So, I mean, I use my physics, I use my chemistry, but that's because I end up being a nerd. Right? So when you become a nerd, you utilize them a lot. But I can tell you that even if I didn't go to school, But because I want to be a nerd, I will still learn those myself, even if I didn't go to school. In fact, I didn't learn how to build computer in school. Right? I didn't learn how to use Excel sheets in school. In fact,
we did. That's something that we did do when I was in high school.
When I went to school, I already know how to use Excel sheet. In fact, I was already writing formula for it. So, right. And then, if you're in the case of Albert, if you didn't go to school, you probably don't know how to build robots. But then again, if that was your hobby, you would have found out how. It'll be a lot tougher, but you'll still find out how. So, yeah. So we're done for today. Anything else you want to talk about? Anybody is still smoking a cigar?
Yep.
All right, we'll do after show until everybody's done with cigar. So we'll close YouTube from this point on. But before we go, I know that people is gonna rewatch this thing, so I have to show you guys what we saw today with our special guest. Special guest, all right? You know, man, if Brendan was on, this could be another button.
Oh yeah.
Creepers 2020. Anyways, so I put it out there. I'm gonna put it in the group too later.